1950.
There we go.
And that means Broadview are the winners. Thanks, guys. Congratulations, Broadview. Bad luck, Magpies. And, of course, we'd like to thank Truscott Hi-Fi and Ackeye for a great prize. And congratulations to them. Boys, you've done incredibly well. That's Footy Quiz. We hope to see you again soon.
This has been a 7 Sports production. The Footy Quiz, proudly brought to you by Truscott Hi-Fi and Pizza Haven.
Look at this, he's streaking away. Magnificent running. Look at the time.
Every breath you take, every move you make, every bond you break, every step you take, I'll be watching you. Oh, can't you see? You belong to me. Now my poor heart aches with every step you take, every single day, every word you say, every game you play, every night you stay. I'll be watching you. I'll be watching you.
This match in the 1999 AFL Premiership season proudly brought to you by Ultratune, Sip and Save, and Mitre 10.
Just come on in, 'cause we've got it all. Saturday night football. The Western Bulldogs sure got a bite. Watch out for the Crows when they take flight. Got me turned on, players speaking in the sky. AFL at 7, now it's party time. Come on now. Don't it feel good? Wow, we're gonna rock the world. Saturday night fun. When you hear the siren, well, you know the party's on. We're gonna rock the world. Yeah, let's light it up tonight. Gonna make you feel alright. We're gonna rock the world. Rock the world.
Yes, the good news is that Saturday nights are rocking again because Saturday Night Football returns to your screens right here on 7. A full house here at Football Park. The defending champs are out to make it 3 in a row. Of course, I'm talking about the Adelaide Crows. Marvellous grand finalists last year. On the way, they beat the Western Bulldogs in the first preliminary final. They didn't beat them, they belted them by some 68 points. They clash again tonight. Saturday night from now on, right throughout the winter, promises to be a feature night.
In part 1, the Crows rose from the dead to strike terror into the hearts of every Bulldog supporter. Then there was part 2. It was 1 year later, but there would be no revenge. You can still hear the dogs' blood-curdling cries. Now the time has come to get even. Channel 7 Pictures presents Nightmare against Adelaide, Part 3. Terry's Revenge.
That's the title of our movie tonight. It'll be interesting to see if they do exact revenge. Scotty Wine and Luke Darcy leading out their charges as season 1999 begins. We have some unfinished business, in the words of the Western Bulldogs. I can tell you they have made one change. Ellis is out of the named lineup. Martin comes in to this Western Bulldogs side. A big night for the Adelaide Crows, of course, because it's the unfurling of the flag. Some things you think you're doing absolutely perfectly, but they never quite work out as planned. As Bill Sanders and Bob Hammond raise the premiership flag, and to the cheers of the Adelaide Crows, there we see it, unfurled, but sadly upside down. I can tell you, however, they did get it right, and everything is going to be okay. Let's make one change correct. Nathan Brown is the player coming into the lineup. Martin already there. Brown in and Ellis is out. And we have a huge night lined up for you. It's interesting, the unfurling of the flag. No players were there. No Adelaide Crows players. I wonder what Neil Curley and Malcolm Blight have to say about that. Girls?
Yeah, thanks, Sandy. Well, Malcolm, the unfurling of the flag, the players won't have an opportunity to see it again?
No, I suppose not. We'll be in here, I think. I hadn't really thought about that, to be honest.
The Ansett Cup, you've used it to look at your players. You played 38,
yep.
And you feel you've found 4 good ones in Atkinson, Herbert, Gallagher and Burton.
Yeah, look, they've all done something during the pre-season, and their form was better than some of the others, so we thought, well, why not give them a crack at it early now? They just deserve the opportunity, I think.
Okay. You're looking for a better start to the season this year?
Yeah, would be better. We have been a bit slow, but I think we're probably a little bit more advanced than what we've been the last couple of years.
And you've been quoted as saying you feel this is close to your best squad.
Yeah, it is for the first game. We've had 15 and 16 injuries the last couple of years, so we've only got 4 or 5 at the moment, which is the least we've ever had.
And you're expecting a tough one?
Yeah, I don't think they're going to be very friendly at all.
Okay, all the best.
Thank you.
As we said earlier, they've got some unfinished business. In just a moment, the 1988 Brownlow medalist joins us to look at some of the marquee matchups.
The 1999 AFL Coca-Cola Premiership season, proudly brought to you by Telstra, making life easier. The McDonald's Footy Burger, the double quarter pounder with cheese, and Mitsubishi Motors Australia.
Yes, in his heyday, he didn't like early morning training because it interfered with his surfing, but welcome back, G. Pumped for another season.
You've been doing a bit of research, Sandy, but by the look of the movie opener, I was expecting Deadly Ernest to reappear on the screen. Always had to go to bed, it was so frightening.
Who was it, Yorick or someone like that?
He was a scary character, nevertheless. But there are some great matchups here tonight, and I think with the absence of Sean Wren, we're going to see some fantastic marquee matchups in the middle of the ground, and Ben Marsh, I think we'll see a star begin to emerge tonight, and what a great opportunity for him to take up the challenge of filling the shoes of Sean Wren. David Pittman, I think, is an underrated ruckman. We know he can play at centre-half back. He's done so successfully in premierships. He can play centre-half forward, but he will no doubt be taking a major role in the ruck area. Luke Darcy, well, I think that Terry Wallace has said to him, time now for you to deliver the goods. He started him off in the ruck. Scotty Wines started mainly on the bench so far this season in the Ansett Cup. But together, those two gentlemen, I think, hold much of the key to this match. If they can win in the ruck and give their midfielders plenty of first use of the football, they'll be tough to beat here, the Western Bulldogs. Peter Caven, what a player he has been for the Crows. From Sydney, from Fitzroy, but he's been a real star there. Star here for the Crows, and this will be the man he's got to take out tonight. Chris Grant has been tending to go a little bit deeper, but if he plays a centre-half forward, then Caven will get the job.
Now there we are. They played 14 times. The Bulldogs have won 8, but they've never won at night.
It's been argued about for years. Which is the smartest dog?
No idea.
6:30 Sunday.
Thanks.
The battle of the breeds is on to decide once and for all.
Hey.
And a story right out of the movie Bay. The chook that thinks a dog is his mum.
Well, I wouldn't have believed it if I hadn't seen it.
On Harry's Practice.
Then, John Jarrett learns how to build a better billy cart.
What do you think you are?
Kids Speak, Sunday at 7 on 7.
Bank SA now makes it possible for you to buy a new home before you sell your existing home, because you won't have to start paying your new mortgage for 6 months. That's 6 months of amazing grace.
Australia's green and gold. Goodyear's blue and gold. Save $60 on this set of Goodyear GTRs. And $60 goes to support the 2000 Australian Olympic team. One example how you save. Australia wins at Goodyear Auto Service Centres. Call 132343.
As we journey into the 21st century, the search will continue for new horizons, new ways of thinking, new opportunities. Whether your challenges take you around the corner or around the globe, make sure you carry the right financial equipment for your future. Diners Club, your new card is here.
We're surrounded by Brownlow medalists in general here as we welcome Johnny Platon to our telecast. 258 games with the Hawks. Welcome to the Rat. Great to have you with us.
Yeah, love to be here.
Now, of course, you unfurled a few flags, 4, I think, with Hawthorn. Does it surprise you that the players weren't there tonight?
Very surprising. One of the part of the things is to unveil the flag and players to be involved in it.
Well, here we go. The opening bounce here on Saturday night at Football Park as the Crows begin their defence. Luke Darcy gets the first kick, but it's only short. Down towards left half forward. Winmar gives chase. Hart hasn't missed a game in a couple of seasons. Pushes wide towards centre wing. It's interesting that the Bulldogs have won the toss. The breeze is very strong here at Football Park. Probably the tune of at least 3 or 4 goals. Winmar takes it from Dimatina. A little bit too slow was Nicky on that occasion. The kick goes over the head of Martin. An opportunity now for Brown. Comes into this side, kicks long, but is just away to the right. And the first score of the board goes the way of the Western Bulldogs and Nathan Brown.
And Nathan Brown has been included in this side, no doubt, to be a goal kicker. He had an opportunity there with his first kick for the season. He just missed, but interesting to see, Sandy, that Cameron straight onto the ground after 30 seconds and Scott wind off.
The Hound is bringing it back into play. Bassett goes to the outer side. Good-looking, long, penetrating kick. He was looking for Pittman on that occasion. Had Kane Johnson there to lend support, but taken over the line. As you would expect, a full house here at Football Park. Overcast conditions. There has been some rain, Platts, today.
Yes, there has been right up till lunchtime, right up till now.
But the ground looks like a bowling green. Beautiful. Absolute picture. Darcy trying to do the work from behind. Scotty West was on his way, but there's been a whistle.
And Ben Marsh is lined up at full forward for the Adelaide Crows. Darren Jarman in the goal square as well, with Josh Marnie, his direct opponent.
Pittman towards Robran. Who's got Robran as a matter of interest tonight, boys? Because my mind goes back to late last year.
One suspects it won't be Rowan Smith, Andy.
There's the Bulldogs with Tony Liberatore awaiting his chance. Libba now in the veteran class at an age of 33.
I've got some news for you, Sandy. It is Rowan Smith.
Really? Good luck, Rowan. We look forward to that contest as it unfolds. Just the one behind on the board at the moment to the Bulldogs. Yes, I look down to half forward there, and there is Rowan Smith with Robran. Sutton is there, busy. So too is Brett James for the Adelaide Crows. Down towards half forward. A strong mark taken in opposition to Brodie Atkinson, who incidentally, and by all reports, has been in very, very good form. A couple of games with St Kilda. We wish him well at his new club. Here's Darcy. In towards half forward. Grant the target. Could have almost got one too high from Caven. He in turn looked to have been taken high. But umpire John Harvey comes in and decides to take charge.
And already a quick change. And Todd Curley has gone over onto Darren Jarman.
And also, Jared, I think Danny Southern's on to Robran. Just moved.
Over the line on the outer side. Do you agree, John, with this breeze? What, 3 to 4 goals?
3 to 4 goals, I think, Sandy. And I think that Western Bulldogs have to make the most of the first score as they can.
Yes, I noticed Rowan Smith has drifted on to Brett Burton now. One of the players making their debut for the Adelaide Crows. Malcolm Blight has made 3 or 4 changes. Brown working hard. Pickley's working hard against him. The skipper does extremely well. Gets it away to Rashudo. Tries to push even wider towards James Tyson. Runs out of room and it's over the line.
Looking forward to watching Brett Burton in action. According to Neil Curley, he's got a massive leap. He's about 6'1", 6'2".
Big leap, Jared.
And, well, he may pull down mark of the year here tonight.
Pittman trying to do the work from behind. Steaming through with Garlick. Nigel Smart gets the hand pass away. Crows, you've just joined us, kicking into a fairly strong breeze, so it's not going to be easy. Scotty West almost threw that out to Dimatina. Going without it was Josh Marnie. Does have support, and that's okay. In towards the centre, however, and the mark is taken by Bassett. Well, beaten him from half back, and they set something up here. No, Whitmar drops what he should have taken, Nicky, but is able to recover. A cry of ball, but Whitmar's hand pass is okay. Gets it out wide to Rowan Smith. Smith looks up towards left half forward, and here's Leon Cameron loping up towards the forward line. Kick goes over the head of Grant. He's got a back pedal now. Got to beat a couple, including Bassett. Bassett losing ground. Promptly a hand pass up towards Connell. Matty Connell. Delightful little turn. Kicks it back towards Pittman. He's got good assistance in James Tyson, but there's been a push. Scotty West looks to be in trouble. That's drama for the Western Bulldogs.
Very groggy, Sandy. Scotty West. Very groggy coming through the middle of the ground now.
Dent takes the free kick, gives it to Cameron. Scotty West is in real trouble. We'll get Neil Curley, I'm sure, to keep an eye on that. Michael Martin has it. Between centre and half forward. Big freeze at his back. Scotty West still being taken from the ground. That'll be tragic news if it is a serious injury. Johnson tidying up. Gives it away. And the Dogs having trouble getting it past half forward at the moment. An opportunity through Marnie. Played with Collingwood. It's kick drop short. Oh, that's dangerous. McLeod goes into the breeze. Up towards half forward. Southern. Too good on this occasion for Romney. Comes across the ground towards Matthew Dent. Inboard they go. Got to take advantage of the breeze. And that's going to be down the ground against Jarman. So Brett Montgomery.
Well, Sandy, we just heard a bit of the booze there. Tony Libertroy has just come on the ground, so Adelaide Crows still love him.
I think it's called memory. Montgomery. And Scotty West, we saw too, receiving medical attention on the sidelines. We'll go to Curl shortly when he has some news on that. Montgomery from 52 metres. Important kick for the Dogs with the breeze at their back. They'll be looking to get away to a flying start, but that's their second behind.
Well, Sam, there's been a lot of talk this week about revenge, and a lot of going to start off pretty rough and tough today, and I think it certainly has showed something with Scotty West.
Well, he's such an important player, isn't he, yes, for the Dogs? 3 times best and fairest. Wonderful contributor. Bassett kicks wide to the outer side. Bickley cool and calm in a crisis. Johnson, now Tyson. Promising move here for the Adelaide Crows. They've got Ricciardo running on the outside. Here goes the Roo. Up towards centre half forward. Rodman was one of the targets there. Now the Bulldog defence starts to pounce, and they're going to have to work too. Socket off the ground. That was by Johnson. He goes again for Southern. Southern is claimed. The tackling is fierce, and it's exciting to watch again. Saturday night is back, and it's alive. Rodman sets up the hand pass. McLeod comes in for his first game, and his second kick. Socket off the ground. Jones does it again.
Adelaide's jobless, wiring up to find a job.
These kind of tests have been used by the military.
Your brain tells the computer the job for you.
There's no pressure from parents, from bosses.
How you can invest in the job bank. Monday night. Today, tonight's special. Television's top 100 moments. What are they for you?
Something has happened in the motorcade.
Relive those that shaped our lives. Plus, Adelaide television history and hysteria. A Today Tonight Who Magazine special. Monday.
Yes, Darren Jarman, what a fantastic player he is. And Fletcher said that there was talk of him going into the local league. He would have caused a bit of confusion down there.
Well, he played his first game last week in the local league, but there was some sort of talk about him coming back in this week, in which he has.
Oh, gee, Dent's in all sorts of trouble. It's going to come back. The Crows will take it forward, so Jarman has kicked the first goal of the night.
How'd you like to be a young back pocket playing your first game for North Adelaide, and all of a sudden Darren Jarman turns up in the forward pocket?
Welcome to my nightmare. Tyson in towards half forward once again. The big flyer was Burton. He's one of the new boys on the block. We watch out for him as he goes again. Great vision. Kick is okay, but Brett James, that's good.
Great vision there from Burton.
James also passes into half forward. Couple almost spoiling themselves. Gee, this Bulldog defence has been tested early. That was brute straight from Ricciardo that farmed the ball forward. Hart now is going to run out of room. He does, as we go down to the boundary line. Now, medical report number 1. Girls?
Yes, Sandy, very severe head knock. They're assessing him at the moment. Don't know at this stage. Not much information.
Well, he doesn't look too flash.
Ooh, he copped a knee accidentally in the back of the head, and, well, he's obviously got some concussion.
Marty's hand pass goes astray. Robin may make him pay. Penetrating kick in towards full forward. A couple of Crows almost run into each other. Otherwise, they could have
Marsh has done his knee, Sandy.
Marsh is down behind play. This is unbelievable. Marsh is down. Johnson gets the hand pass away towards Hudson. Let's keep an eye on Marsh. He's down and still down.
He immediately grabbed for that left knee.
In the meantime, the Dogs go forward through Brown. In towards goal. Is that the quick reply for the Western Bulldogs from Brown?
Which one-ton club cab offers more cab storage space than any other ute in its class? Which one-ton ute now offers soundproofing at passenger car levels? And which one-ton ute features side intrusion beams for that unexpected impact? One-ton Triton from Mitsubishi.
So Nathan Brown gets the Bulldogs' first goal. That is not the story at the moment. This is the story. Is it another knee, and a serious knee? Jared.
Well, I think it is a serious knee, and it happened, I think, before the impact. You see him there go straight down forward. He was just going back. His boots seemed to stick in the ground, and well, you can only suggest that is a cruciate ligament snap.
In the meantime, Lucas Herbert is on the sidelines. He too is making his debut. A big, solidly built boy from North Adelaide. He's coming onto the ground, but the Crows must be wondering what they've done. First of all, to lose Sean Wren, and now this.
Certainly is a great opportunity now for Lucas Herbert to make his mark this year, Sandy. So he's gone straight down to full forward. I watched him a couple of times in the trial games this year, and a fairly big guy, can leap a bit, so certainly we'll have a big year, hopefully, for him.
Well, someone's going to have to stand up for them now after the loss of these two players. I bracket Wren in that. There is Lucas Herbert. As Platt said, comes from the North Adelaide club.
And we saw him debut against Port Adelaide here in the Ansett Cup. At centre-half forward, he was a very rugged player, very tough at the footy, but also a quick thinker with very good skills. So the Crows have got some depth, but by golly, it looks as if it's being sorely tested now.
The waters are getting shallower. Pittman could find himself a one-man band up there in the ruck division. So just a couple of points in it now as Montgomery pumps a high ball to the Dogs. Down towards a half-forward once again. Bassett's working hard. Grant's giving chase. Hart there to lend support. Hasn't missed a game in 2 seasons. Out he goes to Matty Connell. Connell's away to the outer side. Kane Johnson's his target. And he's got him on centre wing. Comes in more to Nigel Smart. Smart gives it back. Right down to half-forward. In towards the pocket. And marked on the last line of defence by Matthew Croft. Leading Lucas Herbert in the race for the ball. Croft. First one way, then the other. Hugging the outer side. With the aid of a strong breeze, but time is ticking away. Cameron gets claim. The ball spills free. Passes Nigel Smart. He's going to have to go again. I'll try and create a path. And that was okay for Atkinson. Tyson runs out of room.
Well, we've known Brad Johnson as a great wingman, but midway through last year, he started to play a lot more as a midfielder. And tonight we're seeing him matched up on one of the most dangerous players in the competition in Andrew McLeod.
Darcy working hard, the big man. Over the top of him was Brodie Atkinson, wearing the number 2 strip for the Crows. Played a couple of games with St Kilda after winning a Magarey medal in '97. No one going anywhere. Not until the free kick is given away the Dogs, but Dimitina's kick goes almost into his man. Flicked out by Eccles and then pushed wide. This is danger now for Marty. Tyson comes charging at him. McLeod is lurking. Tyson asks the question. So too does Marty, and he gets the answer in the affirmative.
Jumped into his back there, Sandy.
Speaking of McLeod, has not had one practice match. This is his first outing for the year.
It's amazing, isn't it? Has already picked up a couple of possessions. home polishing the Norm Smith medals. 2 points the margin. Pittman and Darcy in the back is the Roo. Rashido's hand pass towards Johnson. Back they go again. The Crows look threatening now. Joe steadies in towards the half-forward line. Where's Bagel Lucas? Kicking into the breeze, but 40 metres out.
Well, he's been given an opportunity in unfortunate circumstances, but he won't be worrying about that. He's out on the ground and he's going to make an impact. And if he goes back and kicks this goal, well, they're setting themselves up pretty nicely here, John.
They certainly are, and Lucas Herbert has got a bit of pace on him too, Jared, so, you know, look out for him.
Kicking into this breeze, if they can get a couple on the board, they really do stand the chance of building a big lead by half-time when they get the win in the second term.
22 years of age. Lucas Herbert heads for goal. 45 degree angle. Good looking kick, Lucas. You're in the big league now.
Ci tengo la mia macchina, sai, è proprio un amore. Capirai, quindi mi è venuto quasi un attacco cardiaco quando ha cominciato a fare bang, bang, bang. L'ho portato subito oltre Ciune e il meccanico mi ha detto che si trattava del timing. Hanno fatto la diagnosi, me l'hanno aggiustata e non mi hanno fatto pagare mica tanto, sai. Oltre Ciune, brava gente. I speak my language.
Yes, Lucas Herbert joins an exclusive club, Jared, doesn't he?
He does. One kick in league footy, one goal. And Lucas Darcy now into the ruck, but he has been tending to push forward, allowing to that centre-half forward position, allowing Chris Grant to play deep in attack.
Pittman won it, but it was Garlick who got it out. Puts it in front of Montgomery. Connell's giving chase. It's spinning away from him and over the line on the other side.
Probably nothing more frustrating in league footy, Platts, when you know you're free, you do the 30-metre chase for the footy and it just dribbles over the line.
Certainly is, Jared.
To the boundary line, Curls.
Yeah, Sandy, don't get too confused with this breeze. Although it's favouring the left of screen, the sides do score into this breeze at this ground.
I don't. We'll keep an eye on that. Hudson with Connell. Kept in play by Johnson. Oh, crunch. Now it might be up to Nigel Smart and co. Back to Johnson. Had good assistance. Back to Smart. Smart's kick up towards centre wing. Belted again towards line. Here comes Winmar. Cuts across nicely, Nicky. Had a couple of early possessions. Goes in towards the centre. And that's going to be okay for the Dogs because he finds Dimatina. Fleet of foot. Wastes no time. Goes inside 50. A bit of pushing and shoving going on there. But Garlick takes the mark. 50 metres out. Adelaide leading by 4 points at the moment. Now 3. Good tight start. Oh, Bassett's kick is going to be very dangerous. Hart just gets a touch to keep it in play. And so they'll have a throw in.
Good idea, but just really didn't pay off.
Been a grand player, hasn't he, Ben Hart? All-Australian a number of years.
You can see there, Liver doing a very close checking job on Mark Rashudo.
I'd like Liver to be close checking, Jared.
He's one of the best in the business.
Sensational, isn't he?
Still.
Bentley's kick goes up towards centre wing. Kept in play by Martin. Hudson underground for 7. Danny onto the right foot. Up towards the 50. Crows were second and third. Darcy chips it in towards Cameron. Bassett is there as well. Brown onto the left foot. Around the body he goes for the Dogs. And he's put through another one. Great snap.
Congratulations, mate.
He's got the perfect set.
Right.
Oh, it's got to be the grab of the year!
If you live and breathe footy, now you can eat it. The Footy Burger, McDonald's spectacular double quarter pounder with cheese.
And so far it has proved to be an inspired move by Terry Wallace. Nathan Brown's had an interrupted pre-season and he's thrown him straight into the senior side to kick goals from the forward pocket, and to date he's got 2.
3 points the margin as Brodie Atkinson Rides Dimatina into the ground. He gets the free kick, plays on the Garlic. Garlic kicks down towards a half forward towards Chris Grant. Couldn't take the mark from behind. Look at those Crows. Pounce upon him. There's 4 of them. And Peter Cavan, with a quizzical look on his face, just asks the question of the man in white. On this occasion is Brian Sheehan. The Dogs have it in their attacking zone once again. Grant wins it. Looking down to that goal kicker, Nathan Brown. Kane Johnson holds him up.
I think it's fair to say one of the things that the Bulldogs have lacked, and perhaps the reason they haven't gone to the next step, is that little bit of magic and flair. But with Winmar and Nathan Brown emerging as a genuine player with maturity, they may just add that bit of flair.
Here's Robin in front of Southern, but a long way from home. On the outer half-back flank here at Football Park. Played 7 games with Hawthorn, then came home. Now kicks up towards centre wing. Pittman is forced to defend. Fresh air shot opens the door for Nigel Smart. Only as far as Josh Marnie. Marnie swings it back towards half-forward once again for the Dogs. Winmar does the roving. Nicky goes again. Has it socked out of his arms by teammate Leon Cameron. But sits for Hudson. He's a goal kicker. Not on this occasion, he's not.
He read the script.
Give them a rap, and that's what they do. Curls.
Yes, Andy, golden opportunity for the Bulldogs here. The Crows have 3 virtually first-year players, that you have to include Atkinson in that, on the ground at this stage, and I think it's a great opportunity for Bullies to take control of this.
Pittman locking that ball up, and again Brian Sheehan comes in.
Talk about opportunities, Sandy, just, you know, Paul Hudson there, great opportunity, doesn't miss too many goals.
No.
Certainly need those in the first quarter.
A man who's approaching 400. Winmar can be elusive in that area too, but not on this occasion. Atkinson has had a good first quarter, Brody Atkinson. Wider to Connell, wider still to Johnson. He lopes as if he's got half a day and does it with ease towards Robrin. Southern is at the back, gets a favourable bounce. Time's ticking away for the Dogs, and they haven't been able to take advantage of this breeze. That floating kick is marked by Connell again.
And the Adelaide defence, which was the best defence in the business last year, once again,
things haven't changed much, have they?
No, very difficult to penetrate.
Connell has had a busy first quarter. 4 kicks and a couple of hand passes. Southern again towards Johnson. To half forward. Grant, the defender, comes over the top with a fist, pushes down the middle. An opportunity now for the left-footed Luke Darcy. He goes long, inside 50. Nathan Brown is there, but beautifully and defensively belted away from him by Kane Johnson.
Great discipline play there, Johnson.
Still an underrated player, Kane Johnson, but what a vital cog he's been in their 2 premiership wins.
In the left forward pocket region for the Dogs. Winmar again, ready to pounce. Tyson. Another throw.
Marcasciuto is trying to break the tag by charging into Paul Dimatina and picking him up.
3 points the margin at the moment. It's the Dogs who lead 15-12. Connell again defends. Picked up by Marnie, though. Left puts it high. Back inside 50 for the Dogs once more. Wide to Bickley. This defence is proving the rock of Gibraltar, but that's a sensational tackle. Too high, said the umpire. Advantage paid. Eccles couldn't take the mark. Tyson claimed, but gets the hand pass away to Rashudo. He gets a call from behind. That was from Atkinson. Bang, bang, bang. Oh,
It's just like a pinball machine there, just bouncing off players from everywhere.
Well, you see here one of the Crows players takes the advantage, and I'm not sure it worked out in their favour.
Darcy gives away a little ground to try and set something up. Going across to Rowan Smith now. He could just about kick this. He's a prodigious kick. Look at that. Again, you wrap them up and he's out of bounds.
They're just falling for the 2-card trick here at the moment, the Bulldogs. They know they've got the win. They're trying to get goals from outside of the 50-metre zone, and the percentages are still so low there that you've still got to work the ball inside the 50. to David Pittman. To bring it back into play for the Adelaide Crows. Goes wide to the outer side. Too far for Rob Southern, Darcy and co. Luke Darcy looking for a big year. I'm sure that Terry Wallace will be looking for a big year from him as well. The lend assistance to Scott Wine in the big man department. There's Dimartino, Rashudo, and Pittman over the top. Back to Dimartino. Bickley right there with him. So too Garlick. Three points the margin. The Bulldogs leading, but kicking with what appears to be a 3-goal breeze, maybe more. We'll get more of an idea, I guess, by half-time. Atkinson claimed by Liberatore. Held him for a long time, did Libber. Rashudo shot out a lightning hand pass. That was a beauty. Finished with Bickley. He pops it over the top. Away they go again to Tyson. He looks down towards the left half-forward flank region. Again, the Dogs are forced to defend, and Matthew Dent does that pretty well. James goes to ground, asks the question, doesn't get the answer he wanted. Still having a bit of a chat. Pittman, good use of the body. Martin sneaks away from McConnell. Kicks up towards centre wing. No mark taken. The Hudson tackle also could have been a little high. The ironical cheers go up and play on as the call. He gets the hand pass away to Nigel Smart. Smart kicks up towards half-forward. A big pack of players there. Johnson waiting down in front. Now a chance for Montgomery. Pops one over the top. Precious seconds ticking away for the Dogs in this turn. Rowan Smith. First one way, then the other. 55 metres out. Long bomb from Rowan. And again, away to the left. Behind.
Same thing again, Jared. Just putting them out, just trying to kick goals from 60 metres out.
Yeah, ignored the handball to Nicky Winmar, who at the moment is getting the run around. Ben Hart is just one of the fittest players in the competition, as we know, and he's just running all over the ground. Nicky just struggling a bit at the moment. 4 points the margin then. Winmar's in that pack, but not an integral player. Cameron chips into the pocket. That's going to be okay, but a tight angle for Rowan Smith. Well, the Bulldogs have kicked 2 goals for with the breeze. Adelaide 2 goals straight into it. Nathan Brown has the Bulldogs only 2 goals. And they're not going to add to it there from Rowan Smith going across the face. Brown, Johnson, Cotton and Pittman all there. He just tried to set that one up at the top of the square, which was, I guess, the team play. But they really didn't have much chance of pulling that mark down with Pittman sitting tall there. Oh, that was magnificent play by Brown to set up the goal for Johnson.
Sunday.
Did he win or lose? He lost.
He was living his father's dream.
Next time, we are going to win.
Trapped by his father's fear.
He's not going to America. I won't let anyone destroy this family.
In the face of tragedy, he found a new life of hope and conquered his lifelong dream. Jeffrey Rush in his Academy Award-winning performance. Toyota presents Shine, Sunday, 8:30 on 7.
Brad Johnson, and say thank you to Chris Grant. 3-4. The Bulldogs, Adelaide, 2 goals straight. 10 points the margin, favouring the Dogs. Kicking with the breeze. Darcy wins it. Down towards Johnson again. Back to Liberatore. They go charging forward. Another one here would be desperately handy. Grant almost held it long enough not to be held. But the hand pass goes astray. Martin's running into an open goal. Martin shoots. And here's kicked another one for the Doggies. Suddenly, they've snuck away with 2 quick goals. One from Michael Martin. Another one from Brad Johnson. 4-4. Plays 2 straight.
I think it's very important, Jared, now, you know, in this type of footy, the centre breaks, you just got to make it, and this is what the Western Border's done quite well. You'll see Martin there run into a lovely open goal, and he loves that, just out by the smile on his face.
Yeah, just the pressure on the handball.
He seemed to do everything right there, Caven, but unfortunately, just had that bad handball, and Martin picked her up and kicked one of his good goals. 2 quick goals, and the game's got a different complexion, hasn't it? 16 points the margin now in favour of the Bulldogs, kicking with this breeze. And
You feel now that they have justified the breeze and have won the quarter, but still a bit of time left and anything can happen. They go down towards half-forward once again with Leon Cameron. Pops it out in front of Winmar. Maybe too far for Nicky, but he goes again. Could have been held. The umpire said go on. He applies the tackle. It's taken over the line, and he continues to try and get into the game. Some skill there, isn't it? Winmar and McLeod. In the left forward pocket for the Bulldogs. Grant again trying to pluck it with the one arm. It almost gave away a free kick. Liberatore somehow got out of the bottom of the pack and has kicked it towards goal. An attempted socket was not on, and the end result was one behind.
Well, that was nearly one of the goals of the season. It was just a freakish performance by Libba there, and if he was only dudded by an unkind bounce.
He should have marked it, Gerald, do you think?
Well, the diving mark?
Yeah, Montgomery should have marked it, I thought.
2 straight plays, 4 goals, 5. The Bulldogs in front. Bassett heads to the outer side. Getting plenty of distance in his kicks despite the breeze, but it's pushed over the line in front of Kane Johnson. And another throw-in. Marvellous sight this at Football Park. Full house, round 1. We've been waiting a long time for it. Oh, gee, it's good to have it back.
It's good to have it back, Sandy.
Cameron gives it away, then goes again. Little left foot stabs okay to Montgomery. They're going to have to hurry up here. He could get them into serious trouble. Put pressure on Cameron. Montgomery tries to go again. No one able to pick it up cleanly. Johnson was there, but he got surrounded by Crows. Bassett tried to get it out. Whitmar's lurking. Montgomery once again. I think Nicky might have given away the free kick to Kane Johnson. Smart comes away. Park showing us the skills that he's got. He's a sensational player to watch. Back he goes again. He's now down the centre wing. Combined well with Eccles. Kick dropped short. It's picked up by Marty. A chance maybe for Hudson. In the middle of the ground. Gets the hand pass away. It wasn't a good one. Johnson took his eye off it just for a moment. That was long enough. Tyson Liberatore. Tyson has beaten Liber. Hand pass. A little proppy for James. Has time to get it back to him. Tyson's kick is high. Up towards half-forward. Marty read it very, very well in the breeze. Gave it away to Martin. He's been busy. Looks up towards right half-forward. Grant too far for him as the siren sounds. And it's taken over the line by Nigel Bassett. An exciting first quarter here at Football Park, where the Adelaide Crows kicking into the breeze. Got away to a start with a couple of quick goals from Darren Jarman and then Lucas Herbert, who was forced to come onto the ground after that tragic knee problem. But then the Bulldogs have hit back. Nathan Brown getting 2, Frank Johnson kicking 1, and Michael Martin kicking 1. So at quarter time here at Football Park, it's the Western Bulldogs 4-5-29, leading Adelaide 2 straight 12.
Hello again. Daylight saving officially ends tomorrow morning at 2 o'clock, so make sure you put your clocks back an hour before you go to bed tonight. Daylight saving will return in October. Well, it was billed as the wedding of the year, but even if your family is worth $7 billion, you can't control the weather. Lachlan Murdoch married model Sarah O'Hare at his father's New South Wales country retreat in damp conditions. That's what we're going to get tomorrow. Wet and windy and 18 degrees tomorrow. Good night.
So what do you think?
How's it work again?
Right, we have a cheque account, a savings account and a home loan, right?
Right.
With Viridian, we'd have one account. We'd decide what we'd pay each month on the home loan.
I like that.
Everything we pay, including the loan repayments, comes out of it. And everything we earn goes into it and automatically reduces the loan.
But our bank's not going to let us do that.
It's not our bank.
Hi, this is John Deeks with tonight's Lotto results. Hope you're a winner. A reminder that Lotto information can be obtained by ringing 1900 989 101. For the results of next week's Lotto draw, be watching Channel 7 at this time next Saturday night. Stand by now for more football action.
You know, there's been a lot of wild claims about paint lately. But let me give you the drum. I paint for a living. And the one paint I rely on, together with thousands like me, is Solver Maxi Wash. For an unbeatable interior finish, it wipes the rest away. And for the outside, it's Solver DuraGuard, best paint under the sun. So take it from me. Get along to your local Solver Decorator Centre or distributor, then it's problem solved.
This Easter, you'll find all you're looking for at Bunnings. What's more, we have the lowest prices every day on products like these. Plastic buckets, 87 cents each. Leaf and lawn rake, $2.38. 6 by 8 foot polytarp, $4. Light globes, 45 cents each. 40-piece socket set, $9.95. And if you happen to find an identical product at a cheaper price elsewhere, we won't just match it, we'll beat it by 5%. Lowest prices are just the beginning.
How would you like to carpet half your home for free?
Oh, yes, please.
Well, you can. Because once in a blue moon, LaCornews have a half-price sale on every discontinued part roll carpet in the place.
All these room-size pieces?
There's 1, 2 and 3 rooms left in all these rolls.
These are all bestsellers, aren't they?
Sure are. And you can have 18 months interest free. No deposit.
Carpet a room for as low as $99.
You'll love it at LaCornews.
Adelaide's best home loan, Great Southern Loan, just got better, and here's why. Your salary now goes straight into your loan and repays it quicker. The loan service line gives you easy access to your money as you need it. This flexibility with the low standard variable interest rate and no ongoing fees cannot be matched by your bank or loan broker. Support the local Adelaide business that is helping thousands of South Australians own their homes sooner. Call Great Southern Loan now for a free brochure.
If you've just joined us, then welcome to our Saturday night feature. It's turning into a beauty. The Bulldogs kicked with the breeze in the first quarter. They kicked 4-5, 29. The Adelaide Crows kicked 2 goals into it.
Seven Sport hope you're enjoying this match, part of the 1999 AFL Coca-Cola Premiership season.
Just about set to go, boys, in the second quarter. Quickly, let's go down to Neil Curley, who's got Daryl Hart with him. Curls.
Yeah, thanks, Chaps. Well, Daryl, unfortunately, bad news on Marsh.
Yeah, it doesn't look good at the moment, but until we get in at half-time, we won't know for sure, but yeah, it's disappointing.
And the Bullies look pretty sharp.
Yeah, we started well, and we just made a couple of errors coming out of defence. Missed a couple of handballs, and they took full toll, so we've just got to rectify that, I think.
Okay, good luck. Back to you, boys.
Thank you, Curls. Crows assistant coach Daryl Hart there. The Bulldogs kicking into the breeze in the second quarter. Chris Grant, will they change anything, do you think? Change tactics?
Well, at this stage, Grant has gone down a full forward, but they've got a couple of options. They could bring James Cook onto the ground and Chris Grant go out to centre half forward, and kicking into this breeze, you'd imagine they're going to need another tall across there, but they could also bring Scotty Wind onto the ground as they've done into the ruck, and Luke Darcy play that role across the half forward line.
Yeah, we've got Scotty Wine set to go then in the second quarter.
Darcy actually starting the quarter as a loose defender.
So some interesting moves by Terry Wallace. Gee, Scotty Wine, as you would expect, really pumped up, but it's picked up by Rashudo. First kick of the second half. Southern tries to swipe it wide. That was fairly effective. You may have seen Luke Darcy, the loose man in defence there. This is Rowan Smith. Gets the hand pass away to Josh Marty. Had a fairly busy first quarter, but that kick was going straight to Hart. Steadies, brings it back towards centre wing. Hart also, like Rashudo, had a pretty good first quarter. Tried to bend that one back into the centre. Marty took them on. He's claimed.
Free kick.
Yeah. Crow fans not happy about that one. But Josh Marty, written into the ground, will take it at halfback. Plays on quickly to the loose man, Luke Darcy. Goes wider to the outer side. Hudson jostling for it with Smart. Hudson paid the mark and was quick to recover too as he gets it away to Liberatore. Liberatore goes into the breeze, in towards Grant. Got to beat a couple of them. Can't do that. Peter Caven picks it up. Comes wide towards Johnson. The spinning ball eludes him initially. Then his hand pass goes astray. Martin could have been held. The wizardry of Winmar didn't quite work then. Johnson is on the end of it. Kane Johnson now. The defence being tested, but it's a very, very good one. Connell goes short to Smart, and he takes it at half-back. Away goes Nigel Smart.
And Rashudo let free.
James over the top. And there he is, the Roo, let free. Pittman going to have to be quick, and he is eventually getting his kick down towards right half forward. There's Jarman. With him, Curley. Robert there also. Not far. Pops the hand pass over the top. We've got the two magicians at work, haven't we? And they make it look so easy.
Too easy for Jarman. Fantastic play there by Darren Jarman. It's just remarkable. Like, he had all the pressure under the world coming into this game about his fitness and that, but you just can't leave him out, can you? He's just one of those magicians who loves a cute goal. About 40 metres out, great balance, and he's very happy with that.
Through the eye of the needle, and watching the great transition from defence right down the outer wing to the man himself.
Loves it.
What a double. McLeod and Jarman.
He had the big snip too.
Uncle Vesta.
11 points the margin, favouring the Bulldogs. Tyson jumps on it for the Crows. His kick goes up towards half forward. Now the Dog defence is being put under plenty of pressure. This is Marnie. 6 kicks and 4 hand passes, so he's done plenty early on. Johnson.
This is where they're going to be in trouble, the Bulldogs, when they get held up across that half-back line. They haven't got a very tall half-forward line.
On half-forward at the moment, Grant holds it for a long time before giving it off to Winmar. Nicky Winmar goes with a left foot towards Martin. Now Martin trapped that beautifully and should capitalise with a goal. Well played.
Last Monday, Ali met Australia's Portia de Rossi. That bitch. Now watch as Portia moves in. You could get creamed. She's moving in on Ali's job.
Dirty, ugly, I could kiss you.
I think what you did stinks. She's moving in on Ali's friends. Are you really gonna date her? You know it. You're drawn to her. The verdict's in. It's official. I hate her. It's a day that couldn't get any worse. You knocked me into the toilet. Monday on 7's Ali McBeal.
2 goals to Michael Martin, 2 goals to Nathan Brown for the Dogs, 1 to Brad Johnson. Again they steady after the Crows kicked an early one in the turf. Here goes Brown again. Up towards half forward, putting it out in front of Hudson, trying to sneak around Matty Connell. Hudson draws him but puts pressure on the Dimatina. Real pressure. He loses it. James couldn't take it cleanly. Brown tries to go again. Bit of early fumbling as you would expect. Ton of pressure and a ball up.
It was just the inaccurate handball that really broke that move down. Paul Hudson, he needed to put the ball out in front of the player for him to be able to run onto it, but by having to slow down, he gave the Crows defenders enough time to gather them up.
Bulldogs by 17 points, 35-18. Wine taken off the ball, he didn't have it. But the big men will do it again.
There's a bit of fun happening down in the Crows forward line. Darcy's the loose man there, but Nathan Bassett, his man, is staying around the centre line. So Darcy didn't know where to come back and forward.
It's Bassett in the middle at the moment. Interesting play. That was clever play by Winmar to tap it on. Garlick was his target. Couldn't get clear. There's James Cook still awaiting his opportunity. A real battle been going on between he and Kingsley Hunter. And a spot up forward. Wind and Pittman, won by the former. Belted even closer to goal. Hart is there once again. This goes all the time. That was a sensational hand pass for Martin. Set it up for McGee. And Winmar kicks a goal, his first with his new club.
Here's a couple who are finally seeing their vision become a reality. And here's the Mitre 10 Easter catalogue with the best deals on paint, including Accent, Mitre 10's own brand. And here's a Mitre 10 paint specialist with the advice they need for a professional finish. From the store that understands it's not just the low price, it's getting the right advice that really saves you money.
Your dad had a few doubts, but I knew you could.
The margin now out to 23 points. I guess after what happened with Geelong and North Melbourne, we shouldn't start worrying about that yet. Anything can happen in this great game. Wine was beaten on that occasion. Dimatina ridden into the ground by Mark Bickley.
As we just saw there, Sandy, Lucas Herbert is coming into the ruck for his first run for the game.
Well, it's going to be interesting to see him. Solidly built boy. Robert contested on that occasion with Wine. They'll do it again. Scotty Wine, his year was 92, club champion, Brownlow medalist. Robin's hand pass towards the Roo. Little test of strength there with Libba.
It's a good little rumble for Studio and Libba.
But they need a couple of the Crows here. Marnie's taken high. He's got a free kick. There's no question of that. Brown loves that left foot and just stuck his toe. Crow fans crying at the ball. I'm not happy with that. They wanted Garlic penalised.
Poor on Nathan Brown there. He just had no one up pull to kick to Jared, did he?
No, he was trying to invent a kick, and in the finish, he did.
Johnson, lightning hand pass to Mark. That's okay. He's away. Couple of bounces. Rashudo won't give up. But he's got his measure as he kicks in towards half forward. Tapped out forward by Conlon. Could have almost received it back again from Johnson. That's the way he eventually goes. Now on towards half. They're out of trouble. Back towards the centre. Bassett, they can set something up here. They've got a loose man. Tyson, if he can see him. Now he's got him. Beautiful pass. Couldn't take it though. Jarman is there. He gets caught. Given the hand pass away. This is Burton. The youngster kicks the ball forward. The kick is a beauty, and the mark is taken by Atkinson.
We don't often get a chance to make amends when you make a silly mistake, but Brett Burton, fortunately, was on the end of a handball from Darren Jarman. And by virtue of a mongrel punt,
it's a mongrel kick too, wasn't it? And it's very, very hard to mark, I'll tell you that.
Brodie Atkinson had a couple of games with St Kilda, didn't kick a goal. Now he's got one for the Crows.
Well, it was a beautiful thing, just watching the way the ball moved Platch from one end of the ground to the other. It's just poetry in motion. It did break down with Brett there, but, well, we got a little bit of a mongrel on the finish, but it was just magnificent work. This is a class kick.
Straight through his hands.
It was dropped.
Front hands there by Jarman. Top of the square. And a mongrel kick.
Well, the Crows needed a steadier, and they've got it. 24 plays of 41. 6-5, the Bulldogs. 11 effective scoring shots to the Crows, 4. Down by 17 points. Wide in ruck. Up against Lucas Herbert. Kicked the goal early on. Can't get it clear. Rashudo, some heavy body work. Smart comes in with a fist. Bounce it back towards the centre. Liberatore had it, lost it. Smart almost went again. Liberatore over the top asked the question. Dimatina is down there with him. Another ball up in the middle.
I think we could see there with the ferocious attack of Mark Rashudo on Libba that the players know this game is in the balance at the moment.
Well, the Crows too made a fairly slow start last year. They don't want the same thing to happen. Eccles kicks down towards half forward. Bassett goes backwards to Rashudo. He goes short and almost knocks Kane Johnson out.
And that's the difference between the Crows attack at the goals and the Bulldogs in the first term. He could have gone the long bomb there himself, the route. But in fact, he went for Kane Johnson. He's actually had a bit of a bout of the fumbles early in the match. He's getting plenty of possession. Just not clean at the moment.
While that's happening, Jared Leon Cameron is back onto the ground. Hudson is off. And Curley bats that out of the danger zone. Eccles gives chase with Rowan Smith. Won't get there in time.
Well, I don't think Kane Johnson's much of a goal kicker, boys. I think he's more of a backman, as you can see by that kick then.
Wasn't a great opening shot, but he is a very highly skilled player generally, but he must have also had a lack of preparation this summer because he's just not sharp at the moment.
Robrin doing the ruck work. Look at Libba. Curls, what do you got for us?
Yeah, just following up on Gerard there. Yeah, Gerard, there's about 7 players in the Crows lineup that have had a very limited preparation. I think this is why the Bullies are a bit sharper at this stage.
Any further thoughts on the breeze, Curls?
No, you can score into it. There's no problem there.
Marnie held, but got rid of it okay. Brown, taping it almost. Advantage?
They'll bring it back, Sandy.
Yep. So it will come right back to that half-back flank. And this is why. Kicked a couple of early goals. Nathan Brown, a Morris medalist 3 years ago. Now goes up towards Scotty Wine. Cameron does the roving. Just come off the bench. Now he can go all the way here. He's still going. He's inside 50. Could have gone all the way, but just puts it onto the chest of his champion teammate, Chris.
The Bulldogs almost playing a version of Pagan's Panic at the moment with everybody up the ground, and you saw there Chris Grant just charging towards the goal. But the understanding between him and Cameron was fantastic there. Just as he got to about 15 metres out, he did the reverse and let it Cameron, and they've set themselves up for a good shot at goal here.
356 career goals. Dual All-Australian. An important kick for the Bulldogs. Not what they had in mind.
Things really haven't improved for him. Well, he has had the yips occasionally in front of goal.
Darcy almost threw that out, but it's accepted gleefully by Dimartino, who spears it in towards centre-half forward. That's going to be okay. Rowan Smith is there. Could kick a ball, but he's a long way out, and he's into the breeze. 17 points is the margin. The Bulldogs lead if you've just joined us on Saturday Night Football.
Well, he's looking for an option here, Rowan.
Yeah, trying to set it up somewhere.
Pretty well all covered. So he goes for distance, and the youngster takes the mark. That'll do his confidence the world of good. He kicked a goal, Lucas Herbert, in the first quarter.
And I think that kick actually shows the strength of the wind. Yeah. The other end of the ground, he had a shot from outside 50 and it went 10 rows deep.
Gets it off to Caven. Caven is a wide. Yes!
Fantastic kick too.
Great kick and a great mark for Rodman. And he lets one go. He pumps it long, deep inside 50. A couple of dogs almost collide. But there's Josh Marnie, I think, at the bottom of that pack. As the Crows make a change.
And David Gallagher on for his first run. Matty O'Connell coming off the ground. Drop the O.
David Gallagher playing under 18s. An All-Australian junior. Here's Winmar in trouble. Jarman, little toe poke out, but no one on the other side of it. Den under pressure, gets the hand pass to Marnie. Marnie gives it away to Croft. From fullback down to halfback. And he's still going. That ball sits in the breeze in the end, and they've got to chase for it. Cameron and Montgomery. It's Montgomery who picks it up. Heads towards half forward. Grant the target and read it beautifully. Used the body beautifully. Teammates go streaming down into the forward line. One of them is Rowan Smith.
Gerard, as you mentioned before, Gerard, I think there was only Caven and Grant up in the forward line. Every other player was forward centre.
Tyson Edwards preparing to come on for the Crows too. As they watch Rowan Smith kicking from 45 metres. It's a sensational kick into the breeze. But it's just the way to the right. That was an excellent effort from Rowan Smith. 24, plays 42. 6-6, plays 4 straight. Half to bring it back into play.
Really, it's the Bulldogs' inaccuracy that are keeping the Crows in this game at the moment.
12 effective scoring shots to 4. Caven pulls it back in towards the centre. Southern chipped it down, but Roberts on the end of the hand pass. This could be dangerous. Tyson Edwards just come onto the ground. Edwards kicking, pulls it back. No mark taken. Look at the hand pass over the top a little too far, and Jarman is there pleading, saying, what about me? But maybe Mark quickly didn't see him and was focused on that player out in the right forward pocket. Kavanaugh and Mark Stevens coming on also for the Crows. So Malcolm Blight bringing in a few changes with 7 minutes remaining in the first half. 25 plays at 42. Curley goes back towards centre wing. Oh, McLeod, here's danger. They're out again. But then
they just love each other, don't they? McLeod, Jarman. He's got a great opportunity, Jarman, tonight, you know, to really probably kick his 5 or 6 goals tonight, and I think he started off quite well.
Kicked one in the first term, has one so far in the second. Club championship at Hawthorn some 4 years ago. Well, that's unusual.
Always happens. Give him a rap. What happened, Sandy? I let you down.
Exactly right. Platts. 4-2 plays 6-6. Crocs kick wide. Garlic onto the left foot. Only as far as the big man Herbert. Off he goes to Bickley. Bickley chips high. Marnie does well. Tyson Edwards was the one he had earmarked. Josh Marnie.
Had a good quarter, Marnie.
He has. Gives it off to Winmar. He goes wider to Darcy. Luke Darcy is okay to Scotty Wine. Wants to pop it over the top to the player going past. That is Garlic. Forced to prop a little and then stab it in towards the middle. That was Montgomery. Winmar. Hand pass may pose problems for Martin. No, it's okay. Around the body he goes towards Brown. Sacks it nicely. Want to come back onto that left foot. He does so now. Around the body and inside 50. A little bit of a nudge by the Norm Smith medalist, but it's all okay.
Good body, Sandy. Good body work, I thought.
Yeah. Does it well. Finds Rashuda. Tyson's loose on centre wing. Away he goes. Martin closing on him. Gets around him with ease. Looks towards half forward. This is a positive thrust by the Adelaide Crows. Right, they go to the back. Pittman! Can't do so. The Dogs defend through Croft and Wind again. And out of bounds. David Pittman.
Well, to be fair to David Pittman, it is a long way for a big bloke like that to bend down.
It's a good excuse for the big man, though, isn't it? No? But he could soccer it. Well, maybe a bit critical, but he tried his hardest. That's the main thing.
Robrin lost it to Dimartino. He goes around the body to Rowan Smith. Smith wants to get on with proceedings towards Liberatore. Almost loses his jump, but he persists. Back to Rowan Smith again. Now Winmar starting to pick up a few touches as Nicky Winmar. 6 kicks, 4 hand passes to Brown. He's been busy too. 7 kicks. Into half forward. And Chris Grant will have a shot directly in front. 16 points the margin, favouring the Bulldogs. 4 minutes remaining in the half.
And you've just got to take your opportunities. David Pittman misses one up one end, and then 10 seconds later the ball's down the other end, and it could be a 12-point swing.
Grant from 40 metres. Almost ambles in. And are those yips continuing?
Opportunities, Sandy, again, we just talk about.
Let's hope it's not a case of the yips. 6-7. Plays 4-2 hard from the back pocket. There's a couple of options on that other side. And it'll be 50. Mark Stevens. No 50. No, up by Brian Sheehan. Saying to Stevens, take it from there. And he does. Goes with a booming punt kick. A couple of big flyers.
Yeah, but unfortunately for Burton, he pushed him. No, he's still got it.
He's going to paint at Burton.
I thought Burton pushed.
Let's see what he does this time with his kick.
That was a few minutes ago. That was a nice old shout by Albertson down by. Well, watch out because Jarman's in the vicinity, but so too is Scotty Wine. And it's Wine who gets it away towards Martin. Oh, the fans don't like that. But they like that because he's gone out of bounds on the field. Well, every Adelaide Crow supporter now knows that number 16 is Matthew Norton. Because they've just gotten to their record, they want to name him. The man in white. Rashudo, in the meantime, on centre wing. LaRue down towards the 50. That's a big kick and a big pack of players. Danny Sutherland's at the back. McLeod's in the thick of things. Oh, great tackle. Again, the cry of ball.
Loving it. The crowd absolutely love this game.
Jarman asked the question. Sutherland's under the pack. And down the...
Oh, there it goes.
40 years back and bigger than ever on Saturday night. And there's their man, Matthew Norton. He's gone straight to the top of the popularity contest here. Not one of his better bounces either. But it's pushed towards the line and over. That's right. Well, let's have a look at what the Crows supporters are concerned about. I'm not sure that's what they're worried about. Liberatora, a hurry, high left footer. Brown, one of the flyers. Rashudo, another. Brown recovered magnificently. He gives it off to Winmar. Winmar bounces once through the centre. Needs something set up across half forward. Over he goes to Montgomery. Montgomery's quick. He's inside 50. He's beaten 3 of them. He shoots towards goal, and he's ripped it all over the left. Well, their inaccurate kicking may prove costly.
There again, Sandy. They're only 30 or 40 metres out for goals, and they've just got to kick those really to crunch them.
Pittman off, Connell back on.
They come in at half-time, 6 or 7 goals up at half-time. They've got a big chance of winning this game.
And Scott Wine in a load of trouble. He's in Scott West territory. In trouble. Just before half-time. Ball on the outer side. Kept in play by Matthew Dent. Off to Winmar on to Darcy. So Wine in trouble. Scott West in trouble. And of course, if you've just joined us, Ben Marsh for the Crows. Knee problems. May be serious. Montgomery at the back. Runs into the big man, Lucas Herbert. Oh, that is what happened to Scotty Wine. A real shake-up in the head. The play continues to go on, and on the end of it is Matty Connell, who's just come back out on the ground. Not a good kick, though, by Connell. Mark taken by Cox. Got a couple of options. Curley wide. He elects him. Curley's kick comes down towards centre wing. That's going to be too far, is it, for Croft? No, he does well to beat McLeod. McLeod persists and applies a smother. Keeps the ball in the vicinity. Fierce tackling on Martin. Allows the ball to spill free and opens the door for Tyson. Tyson's hand pass was wanted by McLeod. Desperate work by Garlick, however, forces a throw-in. 6-8, plays 4-2. The Bulldogs lead. And no change to that score at half-time. A tight term indeed, with the Western Bulldogs leading by 17 points at quarter-time. And the Adelaide Crows only adding 2-2 for the term. At half-time, the Bulldogs 6-8. Adelaide, 4 goals 2.
From 7 Nightly News, here's Shirley Harris with tonight's weather.
Hello again. Showers clearing overnight to a mainly fine day, but with fresh southwest to southeasterly winds. On local waters, there is a strong wind warning for all metropolitan waters for tonight, with south to southeasterly winds of 12 to 17 knots later tomorrow. In the city, our top will reach 18 degrees after an overnight low of 11. Looking ahead, fine and mild days with temperatures around 22 degrees for the rest of the working week. Good night.
I saw her. I saw Sophie Williams.
She was a dear friend and colleague,
You were close to this young woman.
and a patient swears her spirit came to her.
This is a hoax. It's very cruel and it's vicious. I did see her.
Now a little boy sees new hope.
I saw my mummy. Where is she?
Is it really the spirit of Sophie?
I get it. There's no one in room 6.
Oh, my God.
All Saints, Tuesday, 8:30 on 7.
KG and Cornsey, 4 to 7 weekdays, more football.
Planning your retirement or taking a redundancy package? Then you need expert advice from Goldsborough Financial Services. Their team of highly qualified professionals can help secure your financial future, and your first appraisal is free. You can't go wrong.
The 26-year-old from Melbourne, flying on.
You can tell who uses Valvoline. You can tell. You know what I mean. You can tell who uses Valvoline.
You can tell who uses new generation Valvoline. You know what I mean.
The designs, the quality, the choice of fabrics, the largest lounge specialist in South Australia at the lowest price or it's free. Leather where it counts. Luxurious motion recliners. Finest quality leather. Be pleasantly surprised at Discount Lounge Centre, Ranella, Parafield and Keswick.
Doesn't matter what comes, fresh goes better in life. With mental fresh and full of life. Nothing gets to you, staying fresh, staying cool. With mental fresh and full of life. Fresh goes better, Mentos freshness. Fresh goes better with Mentos fresh and full of life.
Mentos, the fresh maker.
I actually travel quite a bit. Flying can really dehydrate your skin. I think it's important for everybody to look their best. I did the 7-day Dove test, and it's lovely, it's soft, it moisturizes your skin.
Dove is made from 1/4 moisturizing cream. It won't dry your skin like soap can.
Dove is really, really creamy, and you do notice it. You don't need to put moisturizer on. When I travel, all I need is my Dove, and off I go.
Take the Dove 7-day test.
17 points was the margin at quarter time. It is 18 points at half time. The Western Bulldogs, 6 goals, 8. Disappointing kicking for goal, but it's keeping the Adelaide Crows certainly in the match. The Crows are 4 goals to 44, plays 26 at the long break, and we certainly hope you're enjoying this match on Saturday Night Football, round 1, and one of the first features of what promises to be an absolute bumper year. Don't forget, every Monday night, Talking Footy comes your way on 7, and it continues on Monday night when Collingwood President Eddie Maguire is the special guest, joining Tim Lane, Mike Sheehan and Terry Was. That is Talking Footy. We're going to be talking footy now with Scott Palmer of the Sunday Herald Sun, because, Scott, as I welcome you, there is a lot happening, and especially up in Brisbane, I believe Lee Matthews has called for the breathalyser.
He'll be the first AFL coach to threaten the players with a breathalyser, Sandy. Yes, he's shown it to the Lions. He's put it in his drawer, but he won't hesitate to bring it out if he smells beer on their breath. And he said, I don't mind the players having 1 or 2 after a match, but when it gets about 10 or 15, if they do, then, Sandy, they'll be blowing into the lethal weapon, mate.
And I hope that doesn't come to your offices, Scotty.
I hope it doesn't either.
Scotty, what about Melbourne? A message for Joe Gutnick today?
Yes, it probably reached Israel by now. It'll say, peace reigns, the board stands united, and Farmer burns, Sandy. The hierarchy down there was very pleased that the political unrest didn't upset the team today. They said if it had continued, it may have. But Neil Danaher, in his Hungary drawl, said, I don't know about that. He said, we just wanted to win for Jimmy's sake. Jeff Farmer, of course, kicked 6 goals in a new number 8. because it was a lucky number for his family, Sant.
Scotty, what about this Millennium Cup match? Are they trying to give that a bit more credibility now?
Ian Collins said today that, yes, he's talking to the clubs to make it fair dinkum. He wants it to be the start of the Ansett Cup series. He said to give it a bit more credibility. I reckon it's a good idea too.
We're watching a guy wearing number 3 out here for the Adelaide Crows doing some dazzling work. Are you going to tell me that this is his last year, D. Jarman?
He could have launched into his last year. His contract's up at the end of this year. But 4 years ago he came, and what a terrific deal that was. Jarman went to Adelaide, Sammer to Hawthorn and Wellman to Essendon. But his fitness levels this year weren't up to scratch early in the piece. He's finding it harder and harder, and the club are going to closely monitor him this year, Sant.
Time is against us, but I know one of the favourite sons at Port Adelaide is the great man Foster Williams. He hasn't been well.
No, he had a bit of a brain operation this week. He's sitting up in hospital though tomorrow to watch son Mark do the absolute fairy tale thing. Coach Port Adelaide, the great side in his first AFL match, Sant.
Well, they are Port Adelaide, aren't they? Just in closing, the Rocker brothers, drama at Collingwood.
Yes, they've left home. They're batching. I tell you what, the boys down at Collingwood have seen a slight deterioration in the fitness of them. The tender-loving care is missing. But there's one problem, Sandy.
What's that?
On the way home to the new address, they have to pass the Uncle's Cake Shop. Keep punching, my boy.
Scotty Palmer there of the Sunday Herald Sun. We're going to take a break. Coming up, though, we're going to be heading to the Gabba and Alistair Lynch with a report on the game between Brisbane and St Kilda.
Tuesday, how you could cook a roast in 15 minutes.
It's incredibly tender.
And if you thought you couldn't have a garden, here's the perfect solution.
In a few weeks, your pot-sized garden will amaze you.
Better Homes and Gardens. Then at 8, the ultimate Java experience. Exploring an active volcano.
So visitor-friendly, you can drive right up to the rim.
And the Fijian paradise that's picture postcard perfect.
Hey, don't think about it. Do it.
The Great Outdoors, Tuesday on 7.
When you need a delicious breakfast, the only place to go is McDonald's.
Well, once I had 27 hotcakes in one go. That's nothing. I ate 30 for free hash browns. As if...
Doesn't matter what comes, fresh goes better in life. With mental fresh and full of life. Nothing gets to you, staying fresh, staying cool. With mental fresh and full of life. Fresh goes better, Mentos freshness. Fresh goes better with Mentos fresh and full of life.
Mentos, the fresh maker. With a Yamaha home theatre pack from Truscott Hi-Fi, you get all this for this, plus a free bonus subwoofer. Adelaide's lowest prices with 12 months interest-free terms. Truscott's. Good boy, sit.
The band that defined heavy metal music is Deep Purple. After 30 years, Deep Purple are back with a vengeance. Don't miss Deep Purple live from Machine Head to their latest release, Abandon. Live and loud for one night only. Tickets on sale from February 8th.
Waiting on the light. All settled. Light on. Racing now. First away is Shopaholic, then Dr. Pringle, Bean Counter. Brett the Painter got out well. Harley Rider and Fresh Fish Antonio's bringing up the tail. As they round the turn, it's Young Char Chef, Manic Magistrate, Greenkeeper jumps nicely, and Tram Driver under pressure now. Down the main stretch, it's Lord Mayor, a short half head to Madam Spank. Frantic Courier past Mystified Copper, and out wide is Nick the Cabbie. They start to bunch, Balloon Bending Busker performing well, and Pavement Picasso can't get a run. Oh, there's been a fall. Here's Latte Lovey and Rude Waiter. There'll be a protest there. Dancing Chatters, they're not in the race, and Beefy Barrister last of all. Down the home straight, going at a thunderous pace, it's Fire Brigade and Symphony Orchestra. Oh, but now it's on Pass and Purpose, moving up on the inside. Fresh Fish Antonio, Yum Char Chef, June from Bowles. Madam Spank's gone for the whip. It's anyone's race, and here comes Pipe Band Leader. There's not a cigarette paper in it, this'll be a photo. It's Madam Spank, she's whipped them right at the post. Very disciplined runner, Madam Spank.
Triathlon? That's like going to hell and back. Your mind plays tricks on you. You have to work through it. And when things heat up a bit, Rexona Sport works as hard as I do. Rexona Sport 24-hour intensive antiperspirant deodorant. The one thing that won't let me down.
18 points is the margin here at Football Park in this round one Saturday night clash between Adelaide and the Western Bulldogs. The Western Bulldogs have never beaten Adelaide under lights. Is tonight going to be the first as they try and exact revenge for that 68-point loss in the first preliminary final last year? Maybe if you're a Crows fan, it's a game you'd like to see. Well, you can on Name a Game. Any game you'd like to see, simply by dialing this number, 1-800-035 665. Name the game you want to see, get on the phone, and it could be yours. In the meantime, Brisbane and St Kilda have started their clash up at the Gabba. How things change in the world of football. It wasn't so long ago that Lee Matthews and Tim Watson were sitting together as one on the couch talking football there with Mike Sheehan and Bruce McAvaney.
The whole of the Seven Network, and in particular Seven Sport. Now, be aggressive with the presents.
No, I haven't had some scissors. Be
aggressive with the presents.
And that, of course, was late last year, and here they are prior to the game starting tonight. Lee Matthews, who's been enjoying the sun up north, and Tim Watson, obviously a little toey, as he coaches his first match for 4 premiership points. Also a big night for Nathan Burke. He's been a marvellous servant of the St Kilda Football Club, and he joins the 250 club. Playing his 250th game is the St Kilda skipper. He's been inspirational now for a number of years, and we wish him well as he commences his 99 season. So, what's been happening up at the Gabba? Unfortunately for the Brisbane Lions, Alistair Lynch is one of the stars not playing tonight. But I can tell you he's got a microphone for us. That's the good news. Lynchy, welcome to you. Firstly, the medical report. You're only out for 1 week. What's the story with you?
Yeah, it looks like I'll only be 1 week. I've trained pretty well most of this week, and hopefully we'll be back next week to go over to Western Australia.
OK, put your reporter's hat on, Alistair, and tell us what's been happening so far in that clash between Brisbane and the Saints.
The reporter's hat on. 3 goals straight, 18 to St Kilda, 2 goals, 1 13 to Brisbane. Goals to Heatley, Healy and Zilla, and for Brisbane it's White and Scott. It's been a pretty even game actually up to this stage, and I think we're 15 minutes into the first quarter, so a very even game in perfect conditions.
And Alistair, no surprise selections from either side?
No surprise selections as listed, and the 250 game player Nathan Burke is lined up in the back pocket on Chrissy Johnson, so he started his 250th game in defence. We're just having a look at Darryl White there, kicking one of the Darryl White goals. What about conditions? The ground looks very good, but we had reports that earlier in the week you'd had an enormous amount of rain. Yeah, early in the week there was a fair bit of rain, but the Gabba tends to drain very, very well, and it's dried up, so the surface is actually very good. It softened the centre wicket up, which is good for footy, so perfect conditions, and it'll probably be about 17, 18 degrees now tonight.
Jason Heatley shooting for goal here in our highlights. How have you all settled in with Lee Matthews?
Very well. It's been a great pre-season. I mean, everyone's very respectful of what Lee's done in footy, and they've really set themselves to have a great year under him and sort of the other assistant coaches. In closing, can you give us those scores once again? Well, I think someone sounds like they kicked a goal, and that must be to Brisbane. So it's 3 goals, 1 19 to 3 goals straight, 18 to St Kilda. So Brisbane in the lead by a point, and I've jumped the gun though. Someone's having a shot for Brisbane, so it's still 13 points to the Lions. OK, so they trail at the moment, but someone having a shot for goal. We thank you very much for that. Go on, while you're there, let's see if they do kick it. Alistair, take it through. We've got, who is it? Brad Boyd. He's kicking from about 50 metres out. Acting captain, I believe, tonight, is he? Yeah, acting captain, which is great for him to see him return to such good fitness. Lines up from about 50 metres out, and it's on the way. It looks like he's kicked it. So the Lions are up by a point. 3 goals, 1 19 to 3 straight 18. I tell you what, when you hang up your boots, we'll give you a microphone. Well done. Hopefully that's in a few years' time. Yeah, good on you. Alistair Lynch reporting there on the Brisbane Lions clash. The Brisbane Lions 3 goals, 1, leading St Kilda 3 straight as we take a break, and then we'll be back with all the second half action here at Football Park on Saturday Night Football.
A Today Tonight special. Television's top 100 moments. What are they for you?
Something has happened in the motorcade route.
A fairy tale wedding. Human footprints on the moon. Relive those that shaped our lives. And some we wish had never happened. Plus,
could I have your attention a moment, please?
Adelaide television history and hysteria.
Dave!
top television moments. A Today Tonight Who Magazine special, 6:30 Monday.
We're going! We're going to
What? Do you think you're going to be wearing it? No way.
For a personal loan for a holiday or just about anything you fancy, let us help you. With a person-to-person personal loan. Power State Credit Union. We put people first.
And understand the breakthrough is near. Don't live in fear. There's a place where we can go. Don't give in. Don't let go. There's a place where life is strong. Don't give in. It won't be long.
What's in Kellogg's Rice Bubbles?
Gee, I don't know. Wheat.
Rice bubbles.
If it's not wheat, I don't know.
Rice bubbles. It couldn't be made with rice, could it?
It seems some people don't know that each Kellogg's Rice Bubble is made from a single grain of wholesome rice. For you guys, we've one question. What do you reckon they were made with?
Snap, crackle and pop.
I spy with my little eye something beginning with B.
Bald patch.
Nah, something beginning with B.
Budget.
Nah, B.
As we journey into the 21st century, the search will continue for new horizons, new ways of thinking, new opportunities. Whether your challenges take you around the corner or around the globe, make sure you carry the right financial equipment for your future. Diners Club, your new card is here.
This phenomenon, this feeling.
It starts with the rush. It's happening. Body temperature's falling. 98, 97, 96.
It's cold. It feels so pure.
I think we got something here. There. You have a twin? A brother?
John?
Welcome back to Football Park Saturday night, and it's great to have your company. We've got the Adelaide Crows already back out on the ground. We've got Neil Curley standing by with Terry Wallace. Neil.
Yeah, thanks very much, Sandy. Well, Terry, a pretty good first half. What area are you looking to improve on this half?
Oh, I suppose our conversion rate hasn't been really where we've wanted it so far. I thought we've run the ball fairly well. Losing Scotty West early in the game probably didn't help things, and Scott Wind is in a little bit of trouble and won't come back on at the start of the second half either.
That was my next question. West and Wine, so either available?
Windy was still working. I was doubtful for West for the rest of the night.
From where I'm sitting, you look to have an edge in pace.
Well, I suppose that's something we've been trying to back ourselves in on. We believe that we are a good running side, and the Crows are a great side at getting first hands on the ball, so we've got to match them in that area, and if we can match them in that area, that's where we'll try to get our run going.
Do you think you're a tad fitter?
Oh, well, I suppose that'll be in the proof in the second half. I mean, the one thing you know about the Crows is they've always come back out in the third quarter and had a big third quarter, and that was something we spoke about tonight just in the rooms.
Thanks for your time, Terry. All the best.
Thanks.
Yes, good to catch up with Terry, but it's interesting, gentlemen, to notice that after what he has said, Scott Wine is out with the Dogs at the moment.
Well, he's out in the middle of the ground, and as a skipper, he's barking instructions, etc., and there he is. But we do believe that he is suffering from a mild concussion. We saw him cop a very vicious knock to the head, so we'll just have to wait and see. In fact, he does look as if he's a bit pale, and no wonder after wearing that one. But the Bulldogs, their run has been quite superb throughout the middle of the ground, and Nicky Winmar's had a good debut to date in the first half. But, Rat, I think Nathan Brown's had a very good match today.
He's had a fantastic night so far, Jared, and, you know, full credit to him. He probably didn't know that if he was going to play at night, so he's come with a pretty positive attitude to the game. As we can see now, Scotty Wine is coming off, actually. So, but I think that overall, I think the Western Bulldogs have won more than 50-50 balls, and that's probably why they're just in front by 18 points.
They've had a bit more possession as well, with 143 to 122, the Crows. But I think Josh Marnie's game across that half-back line with 18 possessions has been quite a standout. And Rashudo and Tyson are probably the only two Crows players having an impact through the middle of the ground.
Multiple scorers on the ground. Nathan Brown and Michael Martin for the Bulldogs each have 2. Darren Jarman has kicked 2 for Adelaide, 1 in the first, 1 in the second.
Nigel Smart has started the second half at centre-half forward.
So here we go. The Dogs led by 17 points at quarter time. They lead by 18 at half time. We go into the second quarter. Darcy cocked one high, but he plays on straight away with a long bomb down towards Chris Grant. If it sits, he may get a chance to snap at it, but it's pushed towards the line. And good pressure from Mark Stevens, forcing a throw in.
Oh, that's a fantastic kick, Sandy. One kick and it's right down the forward line.
Breeze has not lessened, just looking at the flags around the ground. A stiff breeze favouring the Dogs at this end of the ground. Probably 3 to 4 goals, but they had a fine second quarter. And the Adelaide Crows were unable to take advantage of it, so they've got work to be done. They're going to open with 4 premiership points. Rowan Smith gets the hand pass away. Here's danger. Gives it to goal shooter Hudson. Hudson kicks long for the Western Bulldogs and gives them the start they want.
Queen Adelaide. Where's the brandy? $17.99.
Southern Comfort.
$28.99.
When? Now?
Wild Turkey Bourbon.
$29.99. What?
West End Draft Stubbies, 28 pack. $27.99. Queen Adelaide range.
$5.99.
If you like to sip and you want to save, you can't go past your local Sip and Save.
Forever the opportunist, Paul Hudson gets his first goal. He's having a race with Chris Grant towards 400. He's now got 353. Grant has got 356. They won't be worrying about that as the moment as Garlick pops them into attack once again. Down towards Grant. There was holding on. Brown is going to be called a play on. Has he got the advantage? No, it's coming back now. And it will come back to Chris Grant as Nathan Brown chasing goal number 3. This is a very dramatic moment in this game.
It is, Sandy. He's going to really open it up now. I think that twice Darcy has got it out of the centre, and the Western Bulldogs a quick kick out of the centre, and look where it is now. 40 minutes out from goals with Chris Grant.
We just saw Hudson kick his first for the night. Now Grant.
Well, important shot this one for Chris Grant. His confidence won't be all that high.
24 points the margin at the moment. 30-point lead would be very, very handy. And he's done it. Grant gets his first. 2 quick goals to the Dogs, and suddenly they're 5 clear. 8-8, plays 4-2.
Yeah, another couple of quick ones, and this game will be blown right apart, and the Bulldogs will have almost an unassailable lead. They do look as if they're sharper, perhaps a little bit fitter at this stage in their preparation. Nathan Bassett, who's done a reasonably good job as a defender, just giving that one away. In fact, it was Mark Stevens.
8 goals, 8. Plays 4-2. The Dogs leading. They have 6 goal kickers to date. They've got a chance to go forward once again. Liberatore rode the bump, then he slammed it down past centre. He was looking for Brown, but it gets stolen by the youngster. That was good play by Burton. In towards half forward. Can the Crows retaliate? They need a steadier badly. Liberatore almost gave away the free kick, but it's going to be okay for the Dogs as they bring it out wide. Towards centre wing, Rowan Smith the target. Over the top of Eccles with ease towards Darcy. The left footer can go over in towards left half forward. Not a good kick. Going to put real pressure on Cameron. He's equal to the task with a bullet-like hand pass to Johnson. Johnson's kick towards Grant, almost perfect. Grant could have been held. Plays for it. Doesn't get the free kick. Goes again. And it is the youngster who slaps it towards the line. It is eventually over. That's Brett Burton. There'll be a throw in. There's Grant and Burton. An excellent start by the Dogs in this third term. 2 quick goals. They could blow them away with another one here. Cameron's a looping hand pass. Here goes McLeod, threading his way through half-back. Look out! Because here comes Ron Smith. At the back is Eccles, and he steadies for the Crows. Chips the half-forward. Beautiful kick. What a gem. A one-burner. Onto the chest of Jarman. He too goes short to Rashudo. And the rule will go back.
Well, we've just seen brilliant skills here tonight on some occasions, when that kick was absolutely spot on. He's drilled that about 50 metres into the wind and found its mark, which is most important.
Actually quite testing here. Against the wind, kicking from about 45 metres out. Big Roo.
Maybe even a little further, starting it right. It's bending back very well. I think he's done it.
Oh, it's got to be the grab of the year!
If you live and breathe footy, now you can eat it. The Footy Burger, McDonald's double quarter pounder with cheese.
The Mitsubishi Express has loading doors on both sides. The competition doesn't. There's no stopping Express from Mitsubishi.
Pro fans needed firing up. Well, they've got it in the form of a big Mark Rashudo goal. Their fifth, 5-2. Plays 8 goals, 8. Another 1 or 2 there. Into the bridge will certainly lift them. Johnson round the body for the Dogs, though. Kicks up towards half-forward, only as far as the Hound. This is Bassett. Comes wide and a half. It's almost as if the Crows have been stung by those 2 goals. Nigel Smart was held. He's got a free kick forward of centre. Listen to that ironic of cheers.
They're loving it, Sandy.
Not a lot of the free kicks. 10-7 favouring the Dogs. McLeod between centre wing and right half forward. Jarman lurking, cruising, I think we can say. He elects to go shorter than that, finding Bickley.
And the Bulldogs have dropped 3 players into a zone defence. Winmar is one, Matthew Dent's another.
There are 34 players in one half of the ground. Oh, some big flyers, and at the back it's going to be Hudson who will start the defence. Runs it out to Rowan Smith. Smith's down to half-back, but his teammates have got to surge down the ground. This has to be spot on, and it was to Brown. Magnificent kick. Here's a one-out duel. Cameron and Hart, 2 very, very skillful players. Cameron softened up the ground. Leon Cameron answers again for the Dogs.
Which 1-ton ute is big enough to hold even the largest of loads? Which 1-ton petrol ute offers anti-theft immobilisers, making it almost impossible to steal? And which 1-ton 2-wheel drive ute comes with a 2.4-litre petrol engine, making it more powerful than the 4-cylinder Rodeo, Courier and Bravo? 1-ton Triton from Mitsubishi.
He's back, Gomez.
So Leon Cameron steadies the Bulldogs. 9-8, plays 5-2, 62-32. We're back to a 30-point margin. Liberatore, lightning hand pass out towards Garlick in front of Darcy. Darcy gets another one to accommodate Rowan Smith. Couldn't quite take it cleanly. Paddles it forward along. Still going. Almost down to left half forward. Finally the defence pounces on him. Girls.
Yeah, Sandy, at this stage where I'm sitting, you'd have to say the Bulldogs would have about 4 or 5 clear winners on the ground, whereas I can't find one for the Crows.
No, and that's doing it without Scotty West and Wind at the moment. Both appearing to be suffering from concussion or heavy knock high to the body. However, play continues to go on. Away goes Beckley, bouncing his way down centre wing. Can have another one. Whitmar's running with him, not at him. He could have had another. Kicks to half forward. Rodram clean bowl. Good work on that occasion by Dent. It's the hand pass away. The Dogs out of trouble to the outer side. Martin has it now. full house here at Football Park, enjoying Saturday night football. Dog supporters around Australia will be loving Dimatina. Taken high.
Well, this is an interesting decision. It could have gone either way.
It couldn't.
Because Paul Dimatina raises his arm.
Oh.
Gee.
Well, could have gone either way. What do you reckon?
What was that?
A brave decision at Football Park.
Absolutely. Where is Mr. Norden?
The bottom line, Dimatina has it. Spears it into Hudson. Drops what he should have taken. Bassett picks it up. Goes with a left footer that's wide to the outer side. Dogs have the numbers. Dimatina applies the tackle. He locks it up. And they realise that maybe there was an opportunity lost there because there was 2-1 as far as Tyson was concerned.
I think we should also make note of that magnificent spoil by Todd Curley at the other end of the ground. Darren Jarman had the right position, looked to be going to take the mark, but Curley just got a hand in there, and it's set them up for a, well, perhaps a shot at goal.
Garlick, Darcy and Rashudo and Dimatina all in there. The one who finishes it up with it is umpire Brian Sheehan. There's a fair casualty list as far as the Bulldogs are concerned.
Yeah, it's a bad sign, isn't it, when a fellow comes off the ground and goes to the ice pack on the hamstring. You almost be certain that he's going to be missing for 2 to 3 weeks.
Herbert in trouble, loses it. Liberatore somehow out the back door, but then put it promptly out of bounds on the point.
If Matthew Croft's off permanently, they're down to just one player on interchange, the Bulldogs.
With no West and no Wine. And 13 minutes remaining in this third quarter and then the last. They may not finish with a full complement. Smart had a bit of it, but not enough. Again, fierce tackling from Matthew Dent, 27-year-old for the Dogs, who continue to hold this 30-point lead. Garlick sees it over the line. Martin is there with Liberatore.
They can keep it to just the 30 points and go in at three-quarter time with that as their deficit. You would say it's not an insurmountable lead.
Definitely not with this breeze, and we know what can happen. Hudson runs into trouble, tried to block. Here's the hand pass towards Tyson. He's away, 70 metres out, goes short, not quite short enough as Curley takes a timely mark at half-back. Over the top to Dent. Back again to Curley. They've got it into the centre. And Hudson back once more. He runs through the middle. The low pass was not a good one. McLeod, light line into Ankles. Needs support and gets it. Rashudo here. Off to Jarman. This looks more promising. Maybe they can finish something up. He'll have another crack now, Tyson. 40, 35 metres. Shoots towards goal, but is away to the right.
Well, they really are having a crack at the moment, the Adelaide Crows, and maybe the injuries are going to take their toll on the Bulldogs. They're starting to run more fluidly through the middle of the ground, but that one needed to be got, John.
Which I think that both sides have had the opportunities of kicking goals, run in from probably 25 to 30 metres out and missing, you know, from both sides. Yep. So pretty critical, you know, by the end of the game. They certainly will add up.
In this quarter, 3 goals to the Dogs, 1 goal, 1 to the Crows. Robrin sets himself. Hart was at the back. Dimatina sneaks out the back door, gives it away to Liberatore. His left footer is high, up towards left half forward. Good, desperate defensive work, sees it over the line. And that was by Mark Stevens.
Just see this game that Western Bulldogs seem to be more desperate. The takeaways, the 50-50s, they just seem to be taking away a little bit more than the Crows are.
Rashudo goes wide, too wide. Winmar to bring it back.
He's played well tonight, Winmar.
Actually, he's picked up his touches, hasn't he? 7 kicks and 5 hand passes, Platts. This time he goes short to Garlick. Gets clear of Rashudo. Kicks up towards Grant, who's forced to spoil from behind. Bassett in trouble. Shot out towards Hart. Comes over the top of Connell. Just keeps it in play and then bends it back. Great kick. Great kick to Bentley. Now they can set something up here because Eccles has run on down the ground. They might make a path for it. Shepard does. This is Eccles still going. Montgomery gives chase, and he flicked it over the line. That was...
They're all falling for it.
This is one of the new rules. They were going to be pretty firm on it. I'm not saying who the umpire was.
He did pretty game up the umpires, especially here at Footy Park.
Throw in. That's the bottom line. Robrin contesting, still contesting. Bentley tried to do it with strength. Darcy climbed. Oh, it is fierce in there now. We're back in business as Garlic soccers off the ground. Towards Connell on the boundary line it goes.
We should go down to Neil Curley for a definitive opinion on this, but it would appear as if Matthew Norton just simply, Curls, won't pay the Crows a free kick.
Come on, Curls, give us something.
That was a close one.
Oh, golly.
You can get back on your chair now,
Boundary
Curls.
rider, boundary sitter. Hart. Does a 360 and then goes towards half. There's a free kick for a push. No question of that against Jarman. Southern gives it off to Curl. He's at half-back, just loping away, waiting for a set-up further down the ground. It doesn't come, so he goes as long as he possibly can, and then, unfortunately, taken over the line by David Gallagher. Just took his eye off it at the critical time.
A few little nerves there, Sandy's first game tonight, so...
Only natural, isn't it?
That's it.
In the Pran under-18s, an all-Australian youngster last year. An exciting young player, and we say good luck to him in his career.
Well, they've spent a fair bit of energy in the last 5 or 6 minutes, the Adelaide Crows, just working their ball forward without a lot of result on the scoreboard.
They've closed it by 1 point, down to a 29-point margin. For those people who have just joined our Saturday night coverage, Dimatina streams through, comes out with the ball, kicks up towards half-forward. Crows have got a loose man here, but they'll need it. And they're not out of trouble yet. That was clever. That was Cameron. He shoots in towards goal, goes over the top of Brown. Now, he had a player there, too, that he could have gone short to. And that was James Cook, who's on the ground. He was ignored. And as a result, one behind goes on the board. 9-9, plays 5-3.
And Leon just acknowledging, I think, to himself and to his teammates that he did the wrong thing.
James Cook has been in pretty good form. Kicked 5 in an intra-club match and has had a real battle with Kingsley Hunter as to who would take the key forward spot. I think it's a battle that may go on for a while. McLeod takes the Stevens hand pass, looks down towards Robrin. Well out in front of him and Southern. Wasn't a good one for the former. That's interesting.
He paid this one.
That was a try.
He paid that one. He had to pay that one.
Into half-forward. Eccles.
Well, he's been quiet tonight, Andrew Eccles. A real star of the making, but he hasn't got near the footy tonight. But he is the sort of player with the ability to kick 3 goals in 5 minutes. And he's going to have a very big finish to this game, one suspects, if the Crows are to finish on top.
Directly in front, kicking into the breeze. Just 3 kicks and a couple of hand passes. As Jared said, pretty quiet night, but he can lift the roof here. And he does.
Oh, tôi đến Old Trafford bởi vì tôi phát giác ra một tiếng động rất là kỳ cục ở cái máy xe của tôi. Nó kêu tích, tích, tích. Tôi nói cho họ biết điều đó và họ bảo là cái bộ phận tappers đang có một chút trở ngại. Tôi cần cái xe của tôi sửa trong 1 ngày, nhưng họ chỉ sửa mất có vài tiếng đồng hồ thôi. They are that good. They understand.
Left in this term. Things warming up again in the intrastates with Eccles kicking his first. Garlick's kick is high, out of the centre. Not a lot of distance. Difficult one for Brown. Did a great job to take that mark.
Playing a great game tonight.
Well, got the nod. A late inclusion. Kicked 2 early goals. And he's going to be hard to replace. Grant, the flyer from the back, couldn't take the mark. Pressure on the defence once again as Bassett comes wide to Eccles. Close to the line, keeps it in play to Matty Connell. Steadies and chips to centre wing. Going to be okay, the mark taken by Gallagher. That'll do the youngsters' confidence the world of good. Gallagher on centre wing. Has eyes for Roderick. Got shut. Liberatore plays on. That's wide, and Winmar drops it over the line. Just forward of centre wing. As far as the Dogs are concerned, in their attacking zone with the breeze, but this is Hart defending beautifully. Spins out of trouble, kicks it back towards Hart and Roderick. Haven't seen a lot of Roderick tonight. Goes to ground and tries to flick it out. Eventually Winmar gets the opportunity. Steadies to centre wing and Garlick. Starting to pick up possessions at Winmar. Garlick too has been busy. 10 kicks. Drifts it into half forward. He's asking a lot of ground and he doesn't let him down. He was surrounded by 3 Crows, gave away height and has taken a spectacular mark.
This is an incredible mark. It appeared as if the Crows were going to raffle it. And Brown, the way he's been kicking the football, will go back and put this one straight through the middle.
He is having a night he will remember. 10 kicks, 3 hand passes, 4 marks. He's already kicked a couple of goals, but he's gone for the extra distance there. And he's taken away to the right for a moment.
Well, the absence of Scott West, he's been given the opportunity to play more in the midfield. He's, I'm sure, was designated to be a goal kicker up in the forward pocket, but when West went off, he went into the centre of the ground and he's doing quite well.
Bassett brings it back into play. A little dangerous. Look out. Garlick's kick is smothered. That could be okay. Herbert is under pressure. Darcy tries to soccer off the ground. Gains a few metres. Tyson Edwards was in trouble, but it's Tyson who gives it away to James eventually. Good kick. Very good kick to Matty Connell. Players streaming down the ground. Connell with a flat helicopter punt. Looks for, but doesn't find Nigel Smart as we go down to Curls.
Yeah, Sandy, bad news for Croft, as Gerard called hamstring injury according to the doctor. No further part. But the good news for the Bullies is that Scotty Wind is warming up.
Well, that is good news to see him jogging around the sidelines again, because he did appear to cop a heavy knock. This is Dimatina. Sneaks away from Tyson Edwards. One bounce for Dimatina on the outer side. Inside 50. Here's some courage being shown here. That boy's backing into the pack and he's hit his own man. They're both down. We'll keep an eye on it as the chip away for goal is offline. One behind. Now, one of those players was Burton.
It doesn't look good, Sandy. He's just moved now. Mark Stevens is just...
Stevens is up, but Burton is down. Look at this. Crunch.
Straight down.
And James Cook, the odd man out.
And meanwhile, Nick Martin has come onto the ground for the Bulldogs. Nathan Brown coming off. And I'd reckon, John, they're just giving him a bit of a rest, given that he's had an ordinary preparation.
I think so.
A bit of a spell, a bit of a breather.
Him in, yes.
Hart, in the meantime, is in the back pocket. Comes away. It's going to be okay. The mark taken by Brett James. Short to Bassett. Howe goes on to the left foot. They're going to have to be careful here because they went straight over the top of Mark Stevens, who was still receiving attention. Tyson, they're not out of it yet, but he streams through half back. Winmar sets himself. He's paid the opportunity. Garlick drops what he should have taken. Has time to recover. Goes back in towards the middle, and Rowan Smith, he's 65 out, but he can kick a long ball. This is no exception. It's a great kick! Sensational kick.
Queen Adelaide.
Where's the brandy?
$17.99.
Southern Comfort.
$28.99.
When? Now?
Wild turkey bourbon.
$29.99. What?
West End Draft Stubbies, 28 pack.
$27.99. Queen Adelaide range.
$5.99.
At the sale
If you like to sip and you want to save, you can't go past your local Sip and Save.
.32 points is now the margin. The biggest lead that the Bulldogs have had in this game to date. And we've got only 4 minutes left in the third quarter. Eccles tries to tap it on to accommodate Jane. He does well to hold it up and then bring it out wide towards Bickley on the wing. Chips it up towards half forward. They need something from Robran. Not getting it at the moment as it's slapped towards the line. There will be a throw-in.
Shen, I think that the centre forward, Matty Robran, probably just needs to play a little bit better. 4 kicks, 4 handballs, and only 2 marks. So, very important player of the Crows, must lift.
Got away to a slow start last year, the Crows, and are certainly aware of that. But at the moment, the Dogs are holding them at sway. Connell kicks in the half forward. Good mark taken by Rashudo. And he's just pushed down into that full forward line. Mark Rashudo, we know he's a very capable player in that position. They do obviously lose a bit of midfield drive when he goes there, but he's got to have a rest eventually. We've seen him kick 1 goal in this term. This one is almost a soda in comparison.
And Gerard, I must say that every time he goes down the forward lines, he always kicks goals. And the opportunity now to kick another one.
15 possessions so far tonight. He's done his job. Kicks from 35. That's a great kick from the roof. He's got it.
Adelaide's jobless, wiring up to find a job.
These kind of tests have been used by the military.
Your brain tells the computer the job for you.
There's no pressure from parents, from bosses.
How you can invest in the job bank. Monday night.
He was once a hero, now a coward in the eyes of his son.
Could it be a reaction to stress?
What stress?
If only Dad could see it.
Raymond's fine.
He's not fine. He's not doing well at all.
Chicago Home, Monday 9:30 on 7.
Again, the Crows close the gap. 2 goals to Rashudo. The Dogs are forward through Dimartino. Taken by Johnson. Plays on quickly. Martin might make them pay. He bounces. He's caught. He loses it. Pushed towards the line. And taken over by Bassett. Throw it in. As Johnson claims deliberate. All to no avail.
Funny play, Gerard. I thought he had the opportunity to kick a goal. Probably, I just fumbled just there.
Yeah,
maybe should have kicked it instead of bounced it.
Inside 50 for the Dogs. Garlick unable to take it cleanly, but under great pressure. Look at James working on that tackle. Well done by Brett James. And now Hunt cuts away. Kicks towards Nigel Smart on centre wing. He couldn't take it. Sutton was in front of the pack. Winmar gives it off to Cameron. Leon Cameron steadies. Liberatore back to Leon Cameron. Inside 50 with that flat-looking punt once again. Crows have got the number. They're able to steady. The McLeod hand pass is okay to Bassett. He looks to the outer side. In towards the centre. That's all right. The tackle was high. They go on. They've got players streaming down the outer side. Here's Eccles. 60 metres out and closing. Eccles kicked in towards full forward. They need a mark. They need Rashudo. They've got a free kick.
Not happy. Dent is not happy.
Not happy at this game. Don't worry about that. The Crows kicking with the breeze in the final term. Free kick there, Platts.
Well, Matty Dent was sort of complaining about holding on to Rube was holding on to him, which is a fair comment going back from the replay. But I've given it to Rashudo, so
this for his third. He's got it, and the Crows are still there.
With a job this big...
What do you think of your new wine room?
Oh, it looks terrific.
You need the experts.
We've also taken the precaution of reinforcing the floor.
We did?
Didn't we?
I didn't, did you?
All new home improvement at 7:30.
Then at 8.
Office equipment getting you down.
Damn you! I'm going to press cancel. Is that what you want? Because I'll do it. I'll press it. I'm going to beat you with your own toner cartridge.
Third Rock after home improvement Sunday.
Well, this cauldron has come to life. A couple of quick goals to the home side, the defending champions, and the margin is back to 20 points. Albertson shy out to 32. Here's Winmar out of the centre for the Dogs with under 2 minutes remaining. Kicks down towards full forward. Cook uses the body. He'll need to keep it in play. Can't pick it up initially and eventually loses it over the line.
I think if the Crows are going to make a major challenge in the last quarter, they've just got to organise their centre bounces a little bit because they're getting absolutely slaughtered in the takeaways. It's 11-6 at the present time, and in this quarter, it really has been one-sided.
Well, they'll certainly make a challenge in the last quarter. How they'll fare, we'll wait and see, but it's all coming away on Saturday Night Football as Gallagher has taken over the line. Making his debut tonight. So too Lucas Herbert, the big man wearing number 1. Here's Liberatore around the body. James Cook is the meat in the sandwich. Not good at being the meat in the sandwich on that occasion because Stevens comes away. Look out, Matty Connell. Can go short to James or Bassett or longer to Eccles or chip in between. And that's what he does.
50, no. Big pattern, unbelievable sound now, mate.
You think they've been missing their footy, Plats?
Oh, I think so. We starved.
40,000 wanted 50 metres, so there's a bloke in mind who decided against it. Liberatore shoved in the back, taken high.
And he's out, Liver is out. No.
It's been a long summer, hasn't it?
They love the liver.
Inside 50. Lucas Herbert couldn't take the mark. Danger here for the Crows. Hudson has it, in trouble, gives it away. Rowan Smith can kick a goal. He's away to the right, he's kicked to the high. And he's still having a few words to say to the umpire.
I think he wanted a free kick, Sandy, after he kicked the ball. He's got a bit of a whack across the face there, but I wouldn't be too concerned about that.
He's chatting to Matthew North.
It wasn't.
He's all right. They're going to play it down here. They're going to have to stop this.
They'll only stop it if they call for the stretcher.
Well, there's a player down not 10 yards from the umpire behind him.
I think he just got cramped. Nathan Bassett's just got cramped, so you can't really call a stretcher for cramp.
Let's hope that's all it is. There's James trying to thread his way through some heavy traffic. He's not successful. Rowan Smith shoots towards goal, but slams it into the high post. And a let off there for the Adelaide Crows as the siren sounds. What a fascinating third term here. Yeah, it looks as though he did cramp up and he is going to be okay. At one stage, the defending champions who are out to try and do something that Melbourne last did in the mid-50s look to be in all sorts of trouble. They might be injured, but they're not dead yet. We've got a big final term coming away on 7 Saturday Night Football. The Dogs 10-12 to 8-3.
I saw her. I saw Sophie Williams.
She was a dear friend and colleague.
You were close to this young woman.
And a patient swears her spirit came to her.
So, my mummy, where is she?
All Saints Tuesday.
Then at 9:30.
He's a respected man who taught her everything.
He's like my father.
Now she must prove him innocent of murder.
Our case is accident.
The defendant shot an unarmed man 5 times.
It was not something I decided to do.
The Practice, Tuesday, 9:30.
Light ice, mate. Cheers, Al. Bye, the beer.
Fresh marshmallow, nuts, coconut, and smooth, creamy chocolate. The Darrell Lea Rockley Road Easter egg. Or Australia's most famous licorice in an Easter egg. The Darrell Lea honeycomb egg. The peanut brittle egg. And who could forget the nougat egg? For eggs that put more taste in your Easter. Darryl Lee.
At Australian Central Credit Union, we have personal loans for cars, boats, holidays. In fact, for almost any personal reason. Even things like cosmetic surgery. And because 96% of our members are happy with how we meet their needs, we can guarantee that you'll be happy too. Australian Central Credit Union, for more personal loans.
KG and Cornsey, 4 to 7 weekdays, more football.
The band that defined heavy metal music is Deep Purple. After 30 years, Deep Purple are back with a vengeance. Don't miss Deep Purple live from Machine Head to their latest release, Abandon. Live and loud for one night only. Tickets on sale from February 8th.
Imagine we're inside the fuel system of your car. It's here that fuel deposits build up in your carburetor or fuel injectors. Because of that, you'll feel your car become sluggish as it loses power. But by adding Wind Spitfire to your petrol tank, you'll not only restore your car's source of power, but when it comes to fuel costs, you'll save money. In a flash.
Do your car a power of good with Wind Spitfire. Available from these locations. When it wins, it works.
Three-quarter time here at Football Park as Saturday night football comes your way on 7 and all set up for a big final term because Adelaide coming home with the breeze. A couple of late goals have brought them right back into this game. 10-12 the Dogs. Adelaide 8-3.
The 1999 AFL Coca-Cola Premiership season proudly brought to you by Telstra, making life easier. The McDonald's Footy Burger, the double quarter pounder with cheese, and Mitsubishi Motors Australia.
17 points the margin at quarter time, boys. 18 at half time, 21 at three-quarter time, but this game far from over. No, I thought the Crows worked really hard in that term to get themselves back into the game, and Connell, Tyson, Hart, all lifted. There's still a chance. I'll tell you what we're going to do now, boys. Let's have a look at some of the highlights from the game at the Gabba. This is between the Brisbane Lions and St Kilda. Second quarter highlights.
They've kicked 7 goals between them. Gee, in this same game last year, it took them about 3 quarters to kick 7 goals between them.
There's a long kick from Lambert. Going back, here's a chance now for the Lions. Hart swoops on it, runs to 52 metres. Left foot, line, darts in, short.
Thompson, it's tough in there, not much room. Francis slides out the hand pass to Peckett. Gets past Boyd. Justin Peckett up towards centre wing. He kicks long inside the 50. Wakeland there, outnumbered. Courage by the man in front. Euskis, I think it was. Comes to Heatley. Heatley on the turn. Not a bad kick. My gee, that's a great kick. They set themselves. Huge pack of players. Lambert is there. Burke for the Saints. Lambert after it again. Well done, Johnson. And a snap by Johnson. It's over the line for a goal. What a goal by Johnson.
And I'd have to say the Lions are pumped up there at the moment at the Gabba. 13-5-83, caning St Kilda. 5-1-31, 83 plays 31. Down to the boundary quickly, Curl.
Yeah, thank you, Sandy. Well, Simon, the forwards are letting it down a bit with their disposal.
Yeah, a little bit. Our conversion's not at all, what it should be, but we're creating opportunities. And they're working, we've just got to nail them.
Should be a great last score.
I think so, yeah.
Thank you, boys. Simon Mitten-Connell, who's the forwards coach, and of course a former player with the Dogs. As Luke Darcy tries to come out of the centre, he held it for a long time. First goal so important here in this final term. Out the comes towards the Dimatina. Beaten for it, Hela by McCann. Tucks it under his arm and away he goes. Can he set something up in the middle? No, he can't. Scotty Wide is out there as well. So it's desperate times for the Dogs, but it's great to see that he is maybe okay. Stacks on the mill, and there'll be a ball up just in the Crows' attacking zone. Boys, what do you think?
A tough one, Sandy. I think the Crows, if they've got to win, they've got to win the centre breaks. And up to three-quarter time, Western Bulldogs were 11-6.
And Jared, how's your tipping going? Having seen that Brisbane score?
Well, the way it looks, Andy, I'll be going into Sunday to open my account.
Johnson's kick is long, it's wide, and it's to the left. Curls, what have you got for us?
Yeah, on that Sandy with the Crows, they have to get a lift across half forward. Robber and Smart just cannot get into the game there. They're being well held.
Yeah. They have an opportunity now in the attacking zone. Wind is there for the Dogs. Robrin with the headband now. Connell, Rashuda, he's kicked a couple. This time the Roo goes across the ground, and the Dogs should be able to bring it away. Okay from Marnie. Didn't see him in the third quarter, but had a great first half. Southern has been disciplined and strong, as we know he can. Fancy work from Dimatina. Up towards centre wing. Forced to spoil. Here comes Hart. Somehow gets through some fairly heavy traffic. Hand pass is a little proppy for the Hound, but Bassett is okay. Back he goes to Hart. Tries to set something up. They've got Tyson wide. Can they get there? Yes! Tries to draw the player. It's effective. An opportunity for James. It's high, it's long, but it's wide, and it's a behind.
Well, danger signs for the Bulldogs. They are up and running, the Adelaide Crows, and they've taken their form of the third term into this final quarter. And, Curls, I just wonder whether you wouldn't put Lucas Herbert at centre-half forward after he did so well there in the Ansett Cup game.
Nothing wrong with that thought at all, Jared, because Robin is not doing a lot.
Dent brings it back into play. Big pack of players. Tyson Edwards claimed, and the ball is held to him, so umpire John Harvey decides he'll have it.
We've got Jarman and Rashudo and McLeod all in the forward line. So they can get the ball in the forward 50 enough, you'd imagine they'd kick the goal.
Marnie's kick partly smothered. Well, maybe there's an opportunity now. Inside 50, slap back towards Tyson. Shows them a little of the ball. Then beats one, beats two.
Face of tragedy, he found a new life of hope and conquered his lifelong dream. Jeffrey Rush in his Academy Award-winning performance. Shine, Sunday, 8:30 on 7.
If it's big in football, it's on Live and Kicking.
They're only extra large, aren't they? Double extra large.
Wednesday, Linford Christie and West Coast Wisher drop in.
Holy jockey, that man will have to use the batarang.
On Live and Kicking.
At one stage it was 32 points the margin. It's now 14. The Crows coming back. The defending champs are warming up. What can the Dogs do? Humiliated in that preliminary final. I'm sure they haven't forgotten it. James' kick is high towards half forward. Courage is needed, and courage was shown by Hart. Johnson hand pass. It's going to come back, however.
Ben Hart. Great courage here from Ben Hart. Straight in the back of the pack.
Inspirational All-Australian. That's why.
Now, if that doesn't fire you up for the next few minutes, he's very groggy.
He's on all fours. He's on all fours, as you can see in our picture there. Now he's picked himself up. Dogs need a steadier. Martin has it from the point of the square. Goes wide. Montgomery, Smart towards the line. Pounds it forward. Kicked it beautifully in play. 80% stolen by Martin. His hand pass goes astray. Bassett's got it. Crows are away. In towards Rodman. Has to beat three. Does it clear. Pressure now on the Dogs' defence. Maybe an opportunity for the Roo. So close.
Just on that play there, guys. Nathan Bassett had the ball on the wing. Should have had a bounce. Had probably 2 or 3 bounce there, but kicked it to 1 Crows player to 3 Western Bulldogs player.
There's the courage of Hart once again from another angle. No disputing that. Cliffhanger unfolding here on Saturday Night Football on 7. Montgomery combines with Johnson to shut out Smart. In towards centre wing they go. And Martin goes back to Johnson. Now he's got a little bit of space. Has a look down towards the 50. pass has to be good. It almost was. Bassett could have been taken high. The umpire says no. So a ball up, a margin of 13 points in favour of the Bulldogs. Leon Cameron on the sidelines for the Dogs, preparing to come on. Grant uses the left hand.
She's taken high.
Yeah, he's got a great pass it. Gives away to the ground. Goes back towards Stevens. Was involved in that heavy collision earlier in the game with his teammate, but he's okay. Eccles has got a hack there. Almost. Goes to the outer wing. That's okay. Another of the youngsters is Burton. Up to half-forward. Big pack of players. Pressure now on the Dogs. The Connell hand pass goes astray. Dimatina comes over the top. Maybe they can get out of trouble once again for the moment. Back towards Martin in the middle. He's got players streaming down the ground. One of them is Johnson. He's on centre wing. Chips in towards the 50. And out in front is Chris Grant. Herbert drops back into the square, so he goes short to Rowan Smith. He knows the kicking capabilities of Smith, but he's 55 out. He's kicking into the breeze. Got a player streaming down the ground. Really at this stage no closer, but going from 51 is Montgomery. Into full forward. Big pack of players. Graham off the pack. Chris Graham, the hand pass. The snap is high by Hudson. He's an opportunist. Could be off target, or is it good? He likes it. Goal umpire likes it.
Here's a couple who are finally seeing their vision become a reality. And here's the Mitre 10 Easter catalogue with the best deals on paint, including Accent, Mitre 10's own brand. And here's a Mitre 10 paint specialist with the advice they need for a professional finish. From the store that understands it's not just the low price, it's getting the right advice that really saves you money.
Your dad had a few doubts, but I knew you could.
Beverly side needed a steadier. The Western Bulldogs needed that one, and they've got it. Back to a 19-point deficit, but Tyson can send the Crows charging forward again. Rogers full distance, great smother by Cameron, just on the ground. A chance though for Nigel Smart. Well done by Montgomery to affect the spoil. Pushes wide towards Rowan Smith. He's ripped into a tackle. Spooned out by Wine. Clever towards Curley. Suddenly the Dogs appear to lift a little. That kick is too wide for Grant. 14 minutes remaining in this game. Throw in on the outer side. And a crowd of just under 40,000. In fact, 39,224. They're at it again at Football Park.
And David Pittman just on the boundary line, ready to come onto the ground. Got Matt Connell coming off.
Kicks towards the 50. James Cook comes out, but well done by the youngster. He runs out of room eventually, Brett Burton. In front of the flag that was unfurled earlier tonight. There you can see it in the background. Special moment for the fans as their side begins yet another defence. Grant on all fours. Garlick comes in over the top. Liberatore scouting. Tyson Edwards there. Kane Johnson. Mark Stevens.
David Pittman's just come on. He's gone straight down the centre half forward.
What a pretty taut forward line, the Adelaide Crows. Rodram, Pittman, Smart.
What they need is a couple of goals.
Burton's also down there. Pretty tall guy making his debut.
Remembering that the Western Bulldogs have never beaten Adelaide under lights. They've met 14 times altogether. The Dogs have the edge, 8-6. Here's a chance for Cook. Needs someone going past. That's okay. Garlick over the top to Martin. He's 40 metres out. Tries to get round. Now tries to pull it back. It's a wobbly old mongrel putt. And it's through for a behind.
Good try. There's plenty of mongrel kicks playing tonight, isn't there?
Well, they've worked for him before. He's had plenty of possessions with 18, Martin. Spent some time on the bench.
It's a bit like your putting though, Jared, isn't it? Or golf. It's not how, it's how many that counts.
There's always plenty of those putts.
Not what I hear. On the outer side.
Scotty White now called to play on. Look at that breeze holding that ball up. Herbert takes the mark. Legs like tree trunks. Comes across to Bassett. Cook holds him up. Got a player streaming wide. He's got a couple loosened towards the centre. Heads that way now. Stevens. No direct route at the moment. Now he goes down the middle. Big towards half forward. Big pack of players. One to look at it.
If you have a replacement policy with SGIC Home and you have something stolen, regardless of age, SGIC will replace it. New for old.
Bank SA now makes it possible for you to buy a new home before you sell your existing home, because you won't have to start paying your new mortgage for 6 months. That's 6 months of amazing grace.
Shades of Kiwi in a Melbourne Cup years ago. He swept around the field. So too McLeod swooped on that ball and left them in his wake. Again, back to a 14-point margin. The next one, so vital for the Crows. Darcy up high, using Herbert almost as a step ladder. Look out, because McLeod's near it again.
Oh, tackle him.
Almost gave away a free kick there. But gets the kick down to half forward. Southern couldn't take the mark. A chip clear towards Jarman. Almost threw it out.
Sorry.
He did throw it. That's right. No. They're in raptures, but back it comes.
He's just caught Jarman for throwing the ball.
The steadying whistle of umpire Norton.
He's having a good night.
No doubt about that, though.
It was a good decision, though.
Yep. Threw it out. But gee, they're on a roll at the minute. Whitmer to the outer side. Trying to steady this barrage. Hart was the flyer. Garlick waiting down for the Dogs. Stiffening sees him clear. Into the centre he goes, and he's got Martin. Now Martin's got Hudson. Loops on the flank.
Just come on, Sandy.
Here he goes. Into half ball. The kick was not a good one. Needs someone at the back. Brown applies the tackle on Beckley. Maybe the door will open for James Cook or Brown. Brown gets the hand pass away. He's claimed. Loses it. Back it comes again to Beckley. Beckley goes wide and a half. The Crows are standing. They're not done with yet. Jarman's on the other side. The cruiser. Stabs it into Michael Smart. Maybe he can cover himself with Gore. He's had a pretty quiet night. Not a good kick. Not a good kick, and Darcy takes the mark.
Totally out of sorts at the moment, Nigel Smart.
Still plenty of time, though. Cameron is again on the sidelines as Montgomery has it. Garlick, I should say, has it on the outer side. 15 kicks for Simon Garlick. 5 hand passes, 4 marks. Had plenty of the footy. Herbert up with the one hand. Taken towards the line and kept in by Grant, but beautifully tackled. Could almost be pinged. But no, that was a vice-like tackle. Curls.
Hello?
Curls, hello.
Yes, Malcolm Bright's restricted with his bench. He has Atkinson and Caven both unavailable. So there's only the one player that he can use.
Well, he, like Terry Wallace, in some ways has his hands tied. Grant also again locked up. Good work by Stevens.
And with Nigel Smart, I think this is his first game for 3 weeks, so it could be a little bit underdone as well.
McLeod having his first game full stop this season, but again has shown us those brilliant passages of magic. James. Hurried kick in towards the middle. Flicked over the back. Chopped off by Martin. Goes wider to Liberatore. The hand pass back once again. That little chip is wide, but it's okay. Garlick's going to pick up another possession. Came from Dent. Garlick looks towards the 50-metre line, but the big man is in the way. Lucas Herbert.
And called 50. They're still on the 50. The crowd's not happy.
Herbert goes towards centre wing. Jarman was up very, very early, given away a free kick. No complaints from the champion Crow. Knew he infringed. Dent goes back towards half forward. They need one fairly smartly, although there's 8 minutes remaining. Kane Johnson for the Crows. Gives the hand pass away to James. Wobbles a punt up towards half forward. Closing in on the 50. Robrin needs to lift. Dent solid as a rock. The hand pass wide towards Southern. Lost it. Rashudo's there. Well done, Southern, to reclaim it. Kicks it back towards a half back line, and Darcy didn't quite sit for him. Got a hand to it, the left footer. Taken over the line.
Well, she's pretty much a stalemate at the moment. The Bulls are spending an inordinate amount of time on that outer wing. And both sides half back line well and truly on top.
Darcy, one touch of it. James taken high. A chance now for the Crows. Brett James, 10th kick. Short to Tyson Edwards. Longer, penetrating, wind at the spoiler. Southern trying to take the crumbs. He needs support. Could have almost been a free kick there. Marnie gets it out towards Winmar. Look away, hand pass to Johnson. Johnson's got Rowan Smith in the pocket. Look out, Rowan! In trouble. Kicks it in play. Chips it beautifully to half back. Winmar almost collided with his teammate. It's going to come away okay because Johnson backs him up. Bounces his way through centre wing. Brad Johnson a couple. He's run a long way. He's lost out. The Bentley is claimed. And there'll be a ball up smack bang in the middle of Football Park.
I think he was looking for Nicky Winmar, who dropped off the pace there. So, maybe something said on Monday about to poor old Nicky.
Great play here by Rowan Smith. They really should have done better than they ended up doing, the Bulldogs. They had two players on the overlap.
Are those 34-year-old legs having trouble keeping up flats? Who knows? Johnson tries to go again. Down towards the half-forward line. Brown has had a very good night indeed. Liberatore gives it back to Garlick. Garlick goes in towards the pocket. Cook was the target. Grant is there also. Can't keep it in play. But they've got it deep in their attacking zone. And they've forced a throw in. Full house of just under 40,000 fans. And they have not moved. Rain has stayed away. The breeze has made it difficult, but Garlick has shown some skills there. Liberatore caught one high. Bang, he gets crunched. Kicks in towards full forward. Again, the defence standing firm. That was Stevens. Short to James. Time to tidy up once more. Looking to draw the player. Instead goes to Rashudo. That was good. The Roos at half-back. Kicked 3 goals in a blinding third quarter. But they need more yet. Herbert to the outer side. Goes very, very wide. Gallagher. Big ask now for the youngster. He gets caught. Ripped to the ground by Hudson. Ball spills free. Winmar is lurking. Does well. Beautiful little twist and turn. Back he goes to Hudson. Hudson looks for options further down the ground. Bounces the hand pass back towards Winmar again. Tucks it up under his arm. Could have almost been pinged. Instead goes the other way. And dangerous because he's given it to Hudson. Hudson floats it in towards goal, and that could just about seal it.
When you need a delicious breakfast, the only place to go is McDonald's.
Well, once I had 27 hotcakes in one go. That's nothing. I ate 30 for free hash browns. As if...
The Mitsubishi Express has loading doors on both sides. The competition doesn't. There's no stopping Express from Mitsubishi.
Well, this is a game that's had everything. Some interesting decisions, some interesting kicks. The bottom line is there's a 20-point margin in favour of the Dogs. Still time for the Crows. Liberatore.
Played a good game tonight, Liver.
Yep, out of the middle. Johnson up against a couple. It spills free. Maybe McLeod can produce something again. Loses it this time to Brown. He's done very well. Got the late call. Marnie written into the ground. The door may open for Matty Connell. Tired legs, he tries to get them going. He gets claimed, ripped away from the ball, picked up by Tyson. He's in scoring range. He goes long in towards the goals, and it is slapped over defensively by one behind.
Well, they've been pretty good down there, the Bulldog defence. They've been under siege for most of this term. They probably look as if they've done enough.
John Reid there with Malcolm Blight. Here's Dimatina. Tucked in the back pocket. Goes again to Curley. You're in trouble. Needs help and gets it in the form of Garlick. He's under pressure too. And eventually taken over the line. Curls.
They're saying there's a lot of tired players out here. A lot of mistakes happening, as everybody can see. I think the Bullies will just hang on long enough.
Yeah, just watching Matty Connell and trying desperately to get those legs pumping, but it's not easy. Back to the live action again as Garlick is swung in a 360, loses the ball.
Todd Curley's in a bit of trouble also. He's been told he better stay out in the ground though. Because they're, well, Liam Cameron's up and running. Simon Garlick's had a great game tonight.
Yep. Yes. Robrin tried to get it off. Speaking of the man. Another ball up. Kane Johnson wearing 28. There's Curley.
Curley. He's got back up here, I think.
He's had a knee twisted there.
And he's a little puck. It's properly. Robrin charges at it. Liberatore got one high at the bottom from a desperate Rashudo. This little bloke can get battered from pillar to post and still get up. Call to play on now. Goes to half-back. Robrin was there. Darcy also almost threw it out. James, collared by Garlick and co. And he can smell victory with just 3.5 minutes remaining. The outer side of the ground in the Crows attacking zone. But kicking goals now has become very, very difficult. A ricochet sees it go over the line on the full, so they're still there with a chance. James has it. Just over 3 minutes left. 19 points the margin. They need a big mark. Not going to happen. Southern defends. He's had a pretty good game, Danny Southern. Drifts it back towards half-back. Connell keeps it in play with a left foot chip. That's okay. Maybe a chance now. The snap from 40 metres out. They're still hanging on. Thanks to Kane Johnson.
Monday, a woman of mystery who led 3 separate lives.
She went under a number of names.
I wouldn't accept anything she said.
A school teacher by day, a courier driver and seductress by night.
She just said she needed money.
Found dead at a railway station in the boot of her car.
She had an interest in buying gold.
Was this the motive for murder?
That's something that we don't want to go into.
For a lady with more names than lives.
I've not met anyone like it in my life.
Australia's Most Wanted, Monday 7:30 on 7.
Kane Johnson has his first. The Crows continue to hang on. They've got time. Dimatina almost held. Herbert tries to get it out of the middle. Goes again. Tunnel balls out to James. That was good play. These are desperate times now for Tyson. Swings around, pushes it wide towards left half forward. Robin had it and lost it. Lost it again. Someone tried to throw it out. The Dogs have the numbers. Clever little kick by Johnson. Heads towards the line, but gains 25 metres.
Sandy, I think Malcolm Blight will be wrapped in the way that Lucas Herbert attacks that footy. I saw just in that middle, he went for the tap, got the ball out, fumbled the handball, but then lunged and knocked the ball out to his teammates' advantage.
Dent takes it from the throw-in, kicks towards centre wing. Good mark by Burton. He's grown in confidence as the game has progressed.
Done better when he went into the defence.
Here comes Robrin. Couldn't take it. Pelted away by Curley. That's a big hit indeed, and it could be a telling one, because now it goes to the outer side with Rowan Smith. He bounces his way down towards half-forward. Chris Grant, the target on the 50. Stevens is right there with him. Grant pushes the ball towards the line. Stevens will go again. Smith goes again. Here comes Grant. Gets it forward to Rowan Smith. Keeps it in play. Left foot chip, centering towards Martin. Picks it up on the half volley. Needs Hudson to get in there and help him. Now he does. They run out of players, however. And Johnson gets the hand pass away towards James. He's in trouble. Back again it goes down to the big man in Herbert. Herbert comes wide. Kicks short. Marty intercepts for the Dogs. Goes again. Had a great first half. Off to Martin. Down towards the right forward pocket region. Down towards Brown. He opened with a couple of goals. Kick is a beauty. And he can set it up for Hudson.
Great pressure from both teams then. I think Rowan Smith on the other side of the ground followed up then. But go back on this one. Great vision by Brown again. Very, very handy player. He seems like a player who's been around for 3 or 4 years, isn't he? Well, it's only his second year, though, in the league. Third year.
Hudson going for number 4. This to put it beyond now. Looks pretty good. He's got it. The Dog fans are delirious, and so too is he. He's kicked his foot. And the Bulldogs are going to go on and record their first win under lights against the Adelaide Crows. He's kicked the goal, and he's heading straight for the bench.
Well, it's a great way to start a season, coming here to Football Park and to go away with the 4 points. In particular, I guess there was a bit of added incentive for the Bulldogs, given their embarrassing loss in the preliminary final last year. But you can do no more than come across here and exact some sort of revenge.
19 points, again the margin. Darcy beaten by Herbert, taken out of the middle by Beckley, who kicks up towards half-forward. Marnie cuts across, gets a hand to it, and that is all. Tyson Edwards tips towards goal. Well, they won't lie down, but they're going to run out of time.
Oh, it's been a great performance by both sides. The Crows were gone at half-time, but they came out and really did have a crack in the third term. But the Bulldogs have just been that bit sharper, had that bit more run. And I think you've got to give them credit as well, Sandy, because they've had a major victory here with 2 of their very best players not available.
Yep, quite right. And made a late change with Ellis. The Croft injury too. And they've had their problems. And they've overcome them.
Without doubt, though, I think it was an inspired move, an inspired inclusion to get Brown into the team.
Here's Washudo, long into the pocket. James couldn't take the mark. Nigel Smart there also, and there'll be a throw-in in right half forward. Great start to the season. Saturday night football here on 7. As the Crows begin their defence, and the Dogs, who know what it's like to lose a couple of preliminary finals, hope to make amends. Connell tries to bend one back to no avail, out of bounds on the full.
I guess we're going to have to wait to find out the exact diagnosis for Ben Marsh, but I mean, this is really getting critical now for the Crows. They can't afford to lose another tall player if both Wren and Marsh are out for the season.
Well, Lucas Herbert's year could change rather dramatically.
It's a great challenge for him, Sandy, I reckon.
It certainly is, yep. Dematina kicks to the outer side. There's a big pack of players there. The last kick of the night is going to come from Stevens. Into half forward. Big pack of players there, but there's the siren. And Bulldog players are absolutely ecstatic because they've come here. They've taken on the defending champions. Under lights. They've never beaten them till now under lights, and they've done it. Nicky Whitmar in his new colours has got through his first game. The Bulldogs picking up 4 premiership points with a gutsy win indeed. The final score, Bulldogs 13-13, 91. Adelaide 12-6, 78. So the eventual margin here, 13 points in favour of the Bulldogs, who at one stage led by 32 points. But in this game today, we know just exactly what can happen And in front of 39,224 fans, they have steadied and gone on with the job. They led by 17 points at quarter time, 18 at half time, and 21 at three-quarter time before eventually going on to win by 13 points. Curls is down there in the thick of things at the moment. I reckon he's just putting his arm around Tony Liberatore too.
Yeah, that's right, Sandy. Well, a great team performance.
Yeah, it was an excellent team performance. It was a four-quarter effort, and that's what we were out here for. They're a great side out here at the football park, but no, we really dug deep tonight, and it was a great effort by the fellas.
Created a lot of movement, particularly with your short passing movement.
Yeah, we sort of, worked out a bit of a game plan, but pushed a few of our players around the game, around the ground. I don't want to give too much away, Curls, but it worked very well tonight.
Yeah, great win. Well done. Enjoy yourself.
All the people back home, thanks for your support.
Well done. Back to you, Sandy.
Yeah, good on you, Liver. Very good night for Tony Liberatore and the Western Bulldogs tonight. He was busy. He had a good night, but he had a lot of teammates who worked extremely well with him, like Simon Garlick. Josh Marnie's first half was outstanding.
I think we should also pay tribute to Daniel Southern. I think his role at centre-half back was a first-class job. And he was a player that was missing in the finals last year for them, along with Craig Ellis, who had an interrupted year with injury last season. And if both of those players can get back to their best form, Rad, well, then the Bulldogs maybe go that next step.
Could be, Jared. And I think, as it's been written all week about the Adelaide Crows, how they had a pretty good session around about centre half forward. They got someone on, Matthew Robin, did a great job, and good luck to it.
Let's quickly go down to Curls again. Curls?
Yeah, thank you, Sandy. Well, Scotty, this is the one you're really after, wasn't it?
Yeah, Curls. I mean, last year we beat Brisbane when Brisbane first up, and I think it really set up their year. And to come over here and beat Adelaide, they unfurl their flag, and I think it's a great effort by the boys, and hopefully get us off to a good start.
You seem to have a game plan tonight, which I asked Liver. Your short movement, you pinpointed your players and created a lot of run.
I think it's exactly right. I mean, we've got some great runners in the side, Johnson and Smith and, Winmar, and, these guys, you just got to give it to them out in front and let them run onto it. And, it was pretty blustery conditions tonight. We did, the boys did well.
Pretty happy team tonight. All the best.
Thank you.
I wonder if he can remember the second half.
It doesn't matter. He's been told they got the 4 premiership points, and that's all that counts, as his teammates wait for him. And that's great to see. And it's also good to see Scotty West with the boys as well. Admittedly, he's got changed, and he's probably going to go home with a thumping headache. But good to see him okay, and they'd be ecstatic. It's a big call to come over here, especially after that flag is unfurled, the crowd's pumped, and they're going to lift the home side. The Dogs have done very well.
It's a fantastic win by the Bulldogs. I think that a lot of players will be going home tomorrow morning with thumping headaches too, Sandy. So
they might get breathalyzed.
Oh, dear.
Do you think Brad Johnson would have a smile on his face?
Yeah, no doubt about that at all. And I think we might just hear what they've got to sing, because they're going to be in high voice. Yes, excellent performance by the Bulldogs. The final scoreline 13-13 to Adelaide, 12 goals 6.
There's more football to come next, so don't move. Stand by now when the Saints take on the Brisbane Lions from the Gabba on 7's AFL.
Cruise the Orient and discover the exotic secrets of the South China Sea. Venture through the spectacular Straits of Malacca. Be overawed by the legendary beauty of the Andaman Sea. You can do all this and more from Singapore when you cruise Southeast Asia as part of your exciting Singapore holiday. Patch Adams had a knack for breaking the rules.
I want to learn about people. I want to help them with their troubles.
That's what I do.
But you suck at it.
A talent for defying authority.
This is all a big joke to you?
Does a chicken have lips?
And a gift
Donner, party of 50?
for turning the world upside down.
Hello.
Robin Williams.
The hospital will cover all of your bills. Any other questions?
Patch Adams.
The designs, the quality, the choice of fabrics, the largest lounge specialist in South Australia at the lowest price or it's free. Sofa bed and matching sofa. Unbelievable value. Finest quality leather. Be pleasantly surprised at Discount Lounge Centre, Ranella, Parafield and Keswick.
Becca.
How you going? Oh, Andy.
Hey, young fella. Meet Andrew McLean. As a junior member, he's really a part of the Crows. Whether you're a girl or a boy, be a real part of the Crows. Join the Crow's Nest or the Crow's Own. You'll get heaps of Crows member goodies.
This is Baba Mao. Nomad Soul, the top 5 album from the world music superstar Baba Mao. Music in all its brilliant colour. Available at the Muses.
A Russian night at Frank Gasser's Great Royal Circus. Direct from Moscow. Extraordinary Russian youth. Every circus favourite. Fabulous performing animals. A multi-million-dollar spectacular. Under the mighty big top. All seats $15. Every seat, every show just $15. Adelaide's biggest school holiday attraction. Starts March 30 for Nathan Park. No suburban tour. Strictly limited season. Book at Bass or at the circus.
Fly Singapore Airlines and spend 2 nights in Singapore and 5 nights cruising Southeast Asia on the luxurious new Superstar Leo from only $1,559. Contact your travel agent or Singapore Airlines on 13 10 11.
Sunday,
Did he win or lose? He lost.
he was living his father's dream.
Dexter, we are going to win.
Trapped by his father's fear.
He's not going to America. I won't let anyone destroy this family.
In the face of tragedy, he found a new life of hope and conquered his lifelong dream. Jeffrey Rush in his Academy Award-winning performance. Toyota presents Shine, Sunday, 8:30 on 7.
Final scoreline here at Football Park. An exciting game to open our Saturday night features. The Adelaide Crows beaten by the Western Bulldogs. The Bulldogs 13-13, 91. Adelaide 12-6, 78. The eventual margin 13 points. Major goal kickers, just one player booted 4. That was Paul Hudson. Nathan Brown, what a night he had. Came into the side late, booted 2 early goals and really did set it up. Played a fine game. Martin also booted 2. Rashudo kicked 3 for the Crows. All of those in the third term. And Darren Jarman just cruised into that forward line. Platts like the Rolls Royce that we know he is and booted a couple of magical ones.
He loves it too. And, you know, he's still a very special player for the Crows. And hopefully that team maybe just get a little bit fitter. He'll be okay.
Tragic night, really, as far as their big men are concerned. I mean, I know we're going to look at some highlights now, but we know they've lost Wren, so then everything fell towards Marsh, Pittman, and to a lesser extent Herbert. Well, now things are going to change considerably following the injury to Marsh.
Well, I hope so. You know, we'll probably have to wait until Monday. He goes in, has a look at it, so it really depends on what happens on Monday.
I think the breeze played a major part. Curl said early on in the night he thought, you know, you could score into the breeze here at Football Park.
I suppose it didn't play a real big part. You didn't see too many goals kicked down one end, which might have been happened, but certainly, you know, I don't think the wind had too much problem tonight.
I know it's very early days, but can you compare this Bulldog side with the one that we saw late last year?
Well, it's still pretty early at Sandy, but just that way they just stuck at it and stuck at it for the whole game.
Considering they did it without Scotty West for the bulk of the game.
Yes.
And Scotty Wine for a lot of it.
Yes,
Croft as well.
Yes.
I mean, they had their injury problems too. Let's not forget that.
They certainly did. But you know, it's great. You know, Paul Hudson opportunist again, kicked another 4 goals for the Bulldogs.
There's Danny Southern. I thought his game was excellent tonight. Just very, very disciplined.
discipline, and that's what Terry Royce would love to have. So, you know, I would put him as one of the best players on the ground tonight.
We'll get your votes for Sports World a little bit later on, but I think in the meantime, we might go down to the rooms. Curls has got Chris Grant with him. Curls?
Yeah, thanks very much, boys. Well, Chris, we keep saying it's a damn good win to win over here.
Oh, look, it is at the best of times, and you know, look, there's been a lot in the media to try and bump up, you know, us coming over here and, you know, what's happened in the last couple of years in preliminary finals. But look, this is a new year. This is 1999, and we just wanted to get 4 points on the board first up. And you know, to the guys' credit, they played a great 4 quarters, and you know, the Crows really had a dip at us at times throughout the night. So you know, you should be proud of the guys tonight.
You just had the ability to get that one back at crucial, particularly in the second half.
Yeah, and against the breeze most of the time, and you know, a couple in the last quarter where they got a bit of a run on, and you know, we kicked a couple of handy ones against the breeze, which just kept them at bay a little bit.
Look, they come at you pretty hard. You know, your midfielders. I guess you've got a pattern to go and not to go.
Oh yeah, you know, look, on a night like tonight against the breeze, you've always just got to use a little blokes as much as you possibly can. And you know, to the Crows' credit, you know, they banked back across that half-forward line very well, and you know, we just had to use the little blokes, and against the breeze we were able to do that.
Well done, Chris. Back to you, Sandy.
Neil Curley speaking there with Chris Grant. We're going to take a break from Football Park. A crowd of just under 40,000 fans here tonight have seen the Dogs win by 13 points. We'll be back with more shortly.